background music going there. Euphemia's been complaining about the balance. Does anyone want to play Elwyn or A-Shock for tonight?
I mean, I can probably handle A-Shock. I don't know all the sorcerer crap, to be honest.
If not, I'll play them and we'll just tune around it. Or you guys
Okay.
will just have to get creative.
I just figured that A-Shock will just sit back and shoot at stuff.
Yeah. Alright. So, here we are. I'm having fun with the sound effects. Okay, previously in the GodBreaking, having ventured deep into the forests of Sindalar, you encountered, led by the blood hunter Silas. You guys traveled for a number of days deep into the forest and eventually encountered a werewolf, but not just a normal werewolf. This one was grizzled and gray and pretty articulate in his speech. He was Aquila, head of a wolf clan, one of the two wolf clans of the Synod, and that's what he looked like. After deliberating with him for a while, he invited you to speak with the rest of the gathering of the lycanthropic tribes. You encountered another werewolf, this one younger and much more, I say, impetuous. Her name was Rakshi. She had her own tribe, a little bit smaller, but definitely more aggressive and ferocious. Aquila warned you that she was also suspicious, highly suspicious of outsiders. You guys met Shere Khan, or Shere the lord of the Were-Tiger tribe. You guys encountered Corbin, the Were-Bear, an overall guardian and guide to the Synod. The Synod basically being a gathering of the lycanthropic tribes. And last of all, the most revered and respected amongst those present was Masteric, a were-elephant of great size, but revered for his wisdom and his knowledge of the stories of old. You guys deliberated with them for a while, and you also met one other very special lycanthrope. That being Deimos's feline companion for all the times you guys have been traveling together. And here, within the confines of the Synod's this basically this forest area, this hollowed ground that the Synod meets on. Nina is able to transform into her hybrid form. She is a therianthrope, originating as an animal, and afflicted with a curse that allows her to transform into a hybrid humanoid. After deliberating with the council for a while, you guys decided to at least cooperate together. The danger of the leapers, these red, large and powerful lycanthropes of some kind that have been spreading across the land of Sindalar and have destroyed the elven civilization, has weighed heavy on the minds of the Synod, and they're looking for ways, and anyone who would come to their aid in overthrowing or at least relieving them of their foe. You guys rested for the evening inside Euphemia's magnificent mansion, and awoke the next morning to a horrible kind of situation in which you saw blood drenching the trees, and realized that the Leapers had found the location of the Synod in this area where you are at. You guys engaged in combat with 3 Leapers, and after narrowly defeating them, you guys made a plan to go back and save the rest of the lycanthropes from the wholesale slaughter that was almost certainly occurring. All right. So that's where we are. You guys are currently in the. Let's see here. All right. So you guys are like right here, right? And as we mentioned last week, the wolves are over here and they're being slaughtered, right? The tigers are up here in the general forest area, and there you hear sounds of heavy battle. The Corbin and the werebears are over here, leading the bulk of the lycanthropic population off away, while the wolves and the tigers engage in combat. Aquila has already been slain, and that's about where we left it off. I think you guys had planned to go see to what the wolves were doing, but that's where we left off. Okay.
All right. So how far away are these guys?
So it's gonna take it's a little bit of travel. You're guessing about a quarter of a mile through the
Okay.
jungle.
In that case, can you just remove my fancy spell because it only lasts a minute?
Okay, which one?
It should be the with the hasted pretty much
Got it.
thing. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let me just go clean up the rest of your effects. Killjack is no longer hasted either. Can you guys hear that music?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Effect roll 76 radiant. Noise. So we're going towards. Sorry, did we say the wolves? We thought we're closer.
Yeah, the wolves are definitely closer. Nina is alongside you, and along with you is technically so Ashok, Elwyn, and Killjack are there as well, and so is Cairn, the Blood Hunter.
Sweet. All right. Anyone have any extra magic weapons to lend out to people? Because we could probably use their help.
All the people with
Any-
you usually have weapons with you. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I got the axe I can lend out to somebody, but I just think these people will be. Damus was saying it's always jogging towards the wolves. That they might be able to help more if they could actually injure these creatures.
Let's see. You have the axe.
Didn't someone have a magic weapon spell?
Magic weapon spell?
Oh wait, that was something I was. No, I remember I don't actually have it. And I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty metagamey if I added it to my list.
Yeah, you would have had to done it the night before, or like
Yeah.
when you woke up that morning. You guys have already been fighting for a chunk of the morning. Killjack has a magic quarterstaff. Ashok has a rapier of dragon slaying. Those are both magic weapons.
I've got a Black Lotus.
Ooh.
That is not a magic weapon.
What happens if somebody hit somebody with a wand of wonders? Is that a magic weapon?
You can't you can't melee someone with a wand of wonders.
Come on. Now, what happens if I Crusader's Mantle? Does that technically make things magic weapons?
Crusader's mantle. Let's double check.
Because people within my aura, they do extra 1d4 radiant damage.
Just the 1d4 radiant would do damage.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Man, give one of those guys the Shadow Fist gauntlets. We never got rid of those.
Oh, that's true. We do have those.
Open up Killdrake's box and give somebody the Shadow Fist gauntlets. Or let them borrow the Shadow Fist gauntlets.
Shadowfist gauntlets.
Yeah, those are the things. Damus is going to make sure we get those back.
You need to remove the Lance of Longinus.
From the inventory.
Yeah, because we left that with the dwarves.
That's right. Shadowfist
With
gauntlets.
Mr. Fanboy.
Okay, so these would count as a +1 weapon. They would need to attune to get the other benefits, but they could fight with if they're wearing the gauntlets. Oh. Nina
If they're
can
not
wear those.
attuned,
What was that?
they don't get the +1, right?
They get the +1, but they don't get the ability to strike at 10 feet damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those would be
So
pretty
magic
cool.
weapon.
10-foot
Oh,
range.
wait. Can we give those to the cat?
To
Fluffy
Nina?
Paws?
Sure.
Because Fluffy Paws is out of charges.
That's right, she is. She used all her charges.
Would you guys be okay with that?
No. I'm not
what?
okay with Deimos trying to bondage his furry cat.
Nope. Deimos is against that. But if no one has any
Was that the
objections,
burn sound?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw those Shadow Fist gauntlets towards Captain Fluffy Paws. I'm just like, quick, put these on.
Okay. She reacts to the here's her picture real quick so we can remember. She smiles as she catches them and she places them on her hands. And as being magical weapons, they do sort of conform. They don't, they're still kind of bulky and large on her hands. She's a shorter creature, but they do sort of conform to her. And she flexes her claws a little bit, and they match her movements. She smiles as much as her furry face can smile.
All right. Well, better at least
So-
try to take out these.
So just so you know, she's been gaining experience with you guys the whole time. She's definitely a level 17 cat or 18 cat.
Yeah.
So
Strongest cat ever.
she's actually pretty darn strong. In this form, anyway.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. Damage is gonna start running in.
All right.
well, the plan was
Yeah,
to
what's your
get
plan?
the tigers and the wolves to get together, help each other, hold down all the guys, and probably you, Deimos. And we were gonna kill
Yeah,
them
but
one by one.
yeah.
Because if we got an all-out fight, we're gonna lose.
Well,
Simple as that.
I figured that we're still gonna kind of do that same plan, but if a couple of them had a magic item, magic weapon, it might help a little bit more. Just in case.
Even with our magic weapons, we had trouble hurting them.
Yeah, but these guys are big, beefy dudes, and big, beefy dudes can hurt stuff.
If they know anything about weapons,
Nah, well, whatever.
have them hold them down.
Let's kill them all.
Be the general. Just tell them to, show them how to hold things down.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But just don't run in going screaming fucking, death kill, mayhem. shit.
Alright. As this is happening, Deimos is running in, screaming death kill mayhem.
Ah,
Okay. So you guys are headed to where the werewolves are.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay. You guys crash through the forest. You know, you're not wanting to go super slowly because time really is of the essence. Every second counts right now. You hear all around you as you're running through this forest. You hear the snap and snarl. You hear off in the distance howling and screeching. Cairn moves along stealthily beside you. His movements are graceful, and as he's darting along beside you, Nina is likewise bounding along beside you. She half runs like on fours and a half on two paws. It's a very different looking kind of gait as she sprints alongside you guys, but it's very efficient. She's actually a little bit faster. She darts kind of ahead of you, and she's scouting around. Getting used to the gauntlets that you've given her. She'll occasionally jump up into a tree, grab onto a branch, and swing off of it, using it for leverage as she catapults herself forward, further down ahead of you. As you guys break through a clearing, you witness this scene.
Hey, Feldorn or Euphemia? Which one of you guys would probably be running up farther, like close combat?
More than likely me.
I thought
Alright.
you'd be in front.
As we're running in, before like these guys really see us, or like we're pretty much at the place they're at, I ask Elwyn to haste me, and then I also slap Feldorn with a stone skin.
Okay, that's fine. make a token for...
And I'm gonna cast Blink before we go in.
Alright, so go ahead and burn those spells. So, let's see. You want a haste spell on you, Deimos.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put this on Feldorn. As soon as I find out where I put it.
Okay, so Owen hastes you. What else did you want?
I'm casting Stone Skin on Killdrag. I mean on Feldorn, but I got a thing for it.
Okay. All right. So you guys enter this scene, and you quickly see what's going on. There are three.
Actually-
Yeah.
Sorry, before we actually run in there, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
If I have it.
Do you have it?
Is that something that's gonna mess up Stone Skin?
Nope.
No, 'cause I'm casting this thing on him. Yeah.
Oh well, usually I was saying most of those magic armors
Oh yeah,
are
yeah.
not
that
allowed
makes
to
sense.
stack.
Nope, this one does nothing to my resistance or anything. I just damage people that hit me.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright, let's fudge these sons of bitches up.
All right. You guys break into the scene, and you see the carnage as Rakshi and her clan of werewolves are being hemmed in by three of these leapers. All around you, you see the corpses of slain werewolves and lycanthropes littering the forest floor. Oops, Feldorn disconnected. Can you
Yep,
still-
I'm coming back.
Alright.
I can still hear you.
All right, cool. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys. Alright, so that's initiative for initiative's sake. You guys currently have free movement though, because they haven't necessarily noticed you. Is there anything you guys want to do specifically?
I'm pulling out that Berserker Great Axe, and as I'm running forward, I'm gonna kind of chuck it, like try to chuck it in front of the Rashki guy,
Okay.
and yell out, "Use this! It's gonna help a whole hell of a lot more."
Okay. The other anyone else doing anything?
guess I'll move in behind Amos and see if I blink out.
Okay. So go ahead and roll it. You do not blink out just yet. Rakshi glances down and picks up. Let's see here. +1 magic. Okay. All right. As you shout that out into the into like this clearing area, all of a sudden everyone else is running up in with you. Your cat is right alongside you, Deimos. Ashok just kind of sprints forward off in this direction here. Everyone, as you shout that out, Deimos, as the great axe hurtles across the clearing, it lands next to her, and everyone just sort of notices you. And now there's a pause in the carnage as everyone just kind of reevaluates. Rakshi snarls at you. She cries out. She says, "You lot! It's your fault that they are here. You led them here. This is a hallowed place, safe from sight and scent, and they have never been able to find us before. What have you done?"
First off, that's not true. We killed some, and we can argue about this later. Please use this thing so we can kill these things. It's a lot easier to talk once if you're alive.
Pull them down and we can kill them.
Yeah, you need to have magic to take these guys down.
She says, "Wolves!" she says, Pack! Attack as one! And all the wolves just kind of turn this direction, and they all start facing the one up there. Alright? So, at the beginning of the initiative, Feldorn, you're up first.
Alright, Feldorn comes running in behind this guy, turns on his Hexblade's curse on him, and stabby.
Okay.
With the lightsaber.
Okay. That's definitely a hit. Alright, so you come in behind him with your Sunblade, and you drive it deep into its back. You can see the flesh and the scales searing with the heat as your blade just penetrates in. You draw it back out and you shove it in deep again. The thing snarls. It's a very large creature. Actually, it's quite a bit taller than you. It snarls and it recoils a little bit, turns and looks back at you just slightly. But that's basically it. Anything else? Bonus action?
That's it. I use my bonus action to Hexblade's curse. As it's staring at me, I do the rocks. Just bring it.
Okay. All right. So it's now you have its full attention. Hurtling over your shoulder, you see Nina in her hybrid form. Actually, I should make a token real quick for her. But that's Nina in her hybrid form, wearing these Shadowfist gauntlets. She charges in, kind of like jumping onto the thing's back almost. Oops. And with her action, she just takes both of her claws and just starts crashing into it. The Shadowfist gauntlets humming with their dark psychic energy as she pounds into it twice. And she actually is a rogue, so she does sneak attack damage with that hit. That's her first hit. Attacks again, and she misses with the second one. Okay, she's gonna use her bonus action to disengage as she leaps off into a tree. All right, the werewolves become. They start charging in. Ashok is going to draw a bead on this guy here and start firing. And while he's firing, Euphemia, it's your turn.
Pretty. I'm going to do my, oh fuck, I can't do that. I used that yesterday? Last week, whatever.
Must have.
The, Voice of Inspiration? I used that?
Yeah, you did. Everyone was inspired.
How long ago did who used their inspiration? Would it still be active?
Yeah, it's still active.
So do I have it?
Yes, you still have, your character still has a star, so you still have it. I think Feldorn used it.
I'm sorry. It's covered up by the chat.
Oh, I never used mine. I just took it off today because I didn't know what I had inspiration for.
Okay, well, you can add it back if you still have it.
Ah, sweet.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do my... Since we're trying to do damage, I'm gonna do the Illustrator's Blade and attack. What is all that rolling?
That's Ashok doing damage to number 1.
Wrong button. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 attacks. And miss. Hey, that's pretty good. And that's all I can do.
You still do not blink out of existence. You need an 11.
Are you sure 10 doesn't?
Pretty sure it's an 11. Let me look it up real quick.
The suckage.
Yep, 11 or higher, you vanish from this plane. Alright.
Rat.
The wolves, they charge in and they start jumping onto this thing. Just like rushing in there. Alright. I'm trying to grapple it, basically. Deimos, you're up.
Alright, Deimos is gonna just pretty much run and kind of jump off this ledge and just start pounding into this guy. Then, since I'm hasted, I'll use the extra attack. And, oh, then we missed. And then, my bonus action, I'm gonna start also trying to hold him down. Ugh.
Okay, so that's, like against number 2. So contested. Come on, baby.
Oh, damn, alright, we both suck, but...
Alright, so he's grappled.
Alright, and, that's me.
Alright.
Everybody told you to go after the other guy.
Okay, so the guy that you're
You
all...
did, didn't you?
The guy that you're all dogpiling on top of, it's his turn right now. He is going to be spinning and slashing and snarling. I'm just going completely like feral on you guys. His claws and his teeth and his horns and tails are just lashing out at everyone around him. So a bite attack flies out at you, Feldorn, because he had locked eyes on you first. He's cursed, so do you have your armor thing?
Yeah, I was supposed to roll once.
So the first one was a 6.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Misses.
Okay. His claw attack lashes out at... let's see here. Oops, hold on. Disadvantage, attacking Deimos.
Can I use the inspiration for our AC, right?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'll go do that right now. Sweet.
You have a 28. He rolled a 29.
It'll be I have +2 right now because of the haste, so I should be 26.
Okay.
So 26.
30,
That's
okay.
30.
Alright, so that's a miss. His tail is gonna lash around at Euphemia. Anything?
Yeah, I block it.
She catches the tail with her body.
Alright, 15 damage. You
Hey, I
need to
blocked it. What the fuck?
strength saving throw, which you succeed. Okay, and his final attack, he's gonna make it with his horns, and he just basically gouges this one werewolf over here next to him. And actually, the werewolf dies.
Is it silver?
Yeah, it dies.
Yeah.
Alright. Rakshi is gonna turn also, and she's gonna back up her companions. She rushes in, comes in with 2 attacks with her new weapon. Misses. Hits. It's supposed to be magic. Not what +1 magic. Oh, everything should be supposed to be magic. 17, 18 damage. Okay. The rest of the wolves are moving into position. These other wolves start ganging up. They start jumping on top of this leaper. So you're grappling this leaper already. These other wolves just start charging in. Number 1 is going to turn this way and jump at Ashok. He's going whole hog onto Ashok. Biting him, grappling him, restraining him, and he slashes at him with his claws. Okay, twice with his claw, and once with his tail.
Holy shit.
Alright, on Elwyn's turn, Elwyn's gonna do some magical casting stuff. Probably would do something. What do you think Elwyn should do?
I don't know, because I think he would probably do a support spell, just because he knows that sometimes stuff gets reflected back with damage.
Alright, so Elwin's gonna target... Let's see, he knows that these guys can't be paralyzed. He tried to do a, what's it called before?
I mean,
before.
if Elwin stood right next to Ashok, he can lightning bolt them.
I think we tried that, and it didn't... It was like...
They have a chance to reflect it, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, he's going to try to banish one of them. He targets number 1 that's on top of Ashok, and he casts Banishment, which Elwin has a stupid high DC. Oops.
He banished Deimos too.
No!
By Deimos.
No!
Alright. But the thing uses its legendary resistance to ignore the effect. Alright, so Killjack is going to run in and do something Killjacky, which I don't know what Killjack does in these situations.
He
Burn
runs in and
everything.
try to hit things with his hammer.
Okay, so Killjack
Let's
is
see how many
rushing
dice you can put on top of it.
and try to attack the thing with his hammer. I don't know why he has so many effects on him. He added a bunch of stuff onto his character. Alright, so he'll use his Vow of Enmity and target this thing, and he'll start attacking it. Well, I'll do that in a little bit. Because number 3 is going to charge in. He leaps through the air, crashing down right here. Snarling and slashing and just like... just completely just like rabid almost. Alright, Feldorn. Here's a bite attack coming your way. Ooh.
Ooh.
And Feldorn's dead.
Grapple
all?
and restrained. Okay, I rolled a bunch of ones.
Oh.
Can you you reflect damage, don't you? Because of your what's it called? Your
What does
Yeah.
Stone
Your
Skin
armor.
give you? Oh,
Yep.
20 never mind.
Stone skin gives me resistance. He takes, once I find it. Straight up 25 cold damage for biting me.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
Like, how you like that brain freeze, bitch?
Wait, you didn't take 25 damage, did you? How much damage did you take?
I took the whatever the partially resisted was and into my temps.
Yeah, so it was half of 33, so it was like 16 because you have 9 left.
Yep. And he took 25 cold damage. He got a brain freeze for biting me.
Doesn't he get as much damage as he dishes out?
Nope. No.
Okay,
That's something else.
gotcha.
This one is just it's 5 plus whatever levels above 1.
Gotcha. Well, here's his claw attack coming at you now. Okay. So that should do away with your
Yep.
your armor. His tail attack is gonna come whipping around at you, Deimos.
No.
No, I don't use
Sweet.
any damage yet. There's 2 images of you dancing before him, and he just lashes out and just barely misses you. But he's gonna come out with a horn attack at you. That will miss as well. Okay, Feldon, your turn. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna roll Killjack.
My rapier flies out of its sheath as I tell it to dance,
Okay.
and I attack Leaper too.
Go ahead and roll it.
Well, why do I have disadvantage on Leaper?
You're
Grappled,
restrained.
restrained.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Alright, and then my rapier will go at the one biting into me.
Okay, so your rapier does not have a disadvantage, so you should probably just add advantage. Alright.
That's all I got.
Killjoy manages to hit. I don't know why Killjoy never uses his smites, but I'm going to be burning smites because that's what paladins should be doing. This will be level 4 smite. Second attack. Hit. Another level 4 smite. Yeah, as this is going on, you see you guys across on the other side of those trees. You see flashes of light as Killjack is going, and just jumps into melee range. His maul just singing through the air, and he's shouting this like dwarven war cry, and you hear these thunderous impacts as divine energy just blazing all over the air. Captain Fluffy Paws is going to she just ricochets off another tree, and she jumps in, and she's going in again. And while she's doing that, Euphemia, you are up.
Yeah. Oh, I have 15. Okay. Come on, where is it?
Are Fluffy Paws attacks working?
Yes, with her claws, yeah. I'm
Okay, cool.
Damage her.
How much damage does that guy have, the Leaper 2? I can't see any health bars.
You can see the effect of all this damage coming down on him, definitely. But knowing what you know about them, these are very resilient creatures.
So is he wounded?
He's wounded, yeah.
Not wounded?
There's large portions of his body that are cut open and have been impacted with all this damage, but he's...
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time then to try to kill him. Or should I... No, I'm gonna start singing my sword song. Which I have to look up the name because I don't remember what it's called. Blade Song!
Okay.
Yeah. That's where everyone gets one attack advantage.
Alright.
So... I'm going to take my advantage on this and I'm gonna attack him. Woo! That's what I
Alright.
was hoping. That's exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
So did I chop his head off?
Let's see here. From where you are, I'll let you roll for it, because it's a bit of a hard angle.
Oh, come on!
Just instant kill him. Roll a d20, 11
That's
or higher.
the
you
point
get it.
of the sword! Okay, see, I've failed the 11 or higher 20 rolls
So you're due
for
for one.
the past game and this. And now you want me to base the whole sword mechanic on that?
You're due for a success here. There you go. Okay. As all these werewolves are jumping on top of him, as Deimos is grabbing one of his arms and just yanking on him, pulling him down to the ground, you see an opening, and you jump over and you find footing on his back and just leap up to the top of where his neck area is, and as he roars his head back, you see just a briefest opening, and you time it just right as your sword comes through. You're wielding it two-handed, and just in a horizontal slash, slices back and digs deep into the base of his neck. It splits open his spine and it carries through. You don't, with the thickness of his neck, you don't really decapitate him, but it's really like his whole head is just hanging on by a thin flap of flesh in the front.
Okay, then I'm going to go over here. I can do that, right? The weapon doesn't take up space.
No, it does not. It does not.
Okay, yeah. And I will do my last attack against him.
Okay.
Not much, but damage. And I'm still in this area, so...
Okay.
Blade Song is still in effect.
Got it. As it's happening, the werewolves, you hear Rakshi barking out some commands. The rest of the werewolves start turning, and they start jumping over to the other one, trying to surround it, trying to hold it down. Deimos, it's your turn.
Do I see Ashok by any chance?
No, you don't. He's behind the tree cover.
Okay.
Feldorn says, "Punch this one in the jaw, so it lets me go."
Yep, that was my second thing. Since I can't see the Ashok getting mauled to death, I am going to punch this guy in the jaw.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
I'll take it.
Holy crap. That's a vicious...
oh, wait.
what did you have on there?
I think I hit the D. Okay, there shouldn't be the extra. There's can you get rid of the last?
Yeah, you have D8s around this
D8s.
twice.
Yeah, sorry about that. Can you get rid of
Yeah,
whatever,
I got it.
whichever one you want to get?
I got it.
Sorry about that.
17. Okay. I got it.
And then, feeling slightly faster today, I'm gonna sock him in there again.
What the
Oh.
heck is going on?
I don't know, but I'm taking it. But I don't get those D8s. I'm like, let my buddy go. And then with that, I'm gonna start trying to bonus action, try to start prying his mouth off of Feldorn.
Yeah. With those two blows, I'll just roll it real quick. He'll have disadvantage because that was nuts. Okay. Yeah. As he's biting down and pinning Feldorn to the ground, you just come in and like a side, like a right cross across the side of his head, just with cacophonous tight, like just massive impact. And then as it snaps his head back, you uppercut him right into the snout, knocking him backwards. And then he releases Feldorn. He's not knocked prone or anything like that, but he's just like just totally recoiling from the attack. That was massive. All right.
Deimos, thanks, Tempest.
On her turn, Rakshi is going to command her, corral her werewolves, and tell them these groups to go dashing down this direction to finish off the last one. And she herself is going to run in that direction also. Alright. Ashok is trying to get away from this thing that's clamped onto him. So he's going to roll dexterity. Oh.
Hey, if A-Shark dies here, at least you don't have to worry about him going back.
That's true. Alright. It is Leaper 1's turn. Clamped onto Ashok, he digs his claws in. Twice. And he's gonna whip his tail attack at Kildrak. Knocking Kildrak prone. He basically whips his tail around to smashes Kildrak back that way, and Kildrak is prone. Okay, and that's his turn. Elwyn is going to turn to him now, and seeing Ashok just collapse down to the ground, he's going to shout, "No!" And he's going to cast Banishment again.
Won't they just come back?
In a minute.
Maybe banishes? That's okay.
Okay. The creature blinks out of existence, and Ashok's body just falls down to the ground limp. Alright. Kildrak on his turn is going to use half his movement to stand up. He's going to run over here, looking around. He's going to say something noble and nerdy at the same time. And dump a level 3 spell slot. It's healing Ashok. Alright. Now it's Leaper 3's turn. Snarling and slashing. Claw attack to Deimos.
Ah, shit. Well, I'll burn one of my things as my reaction.
Okay. A bite attack at you. Misses. tail attack at Feldorn. And one last attack at Feldorn.
Le shield.
Oh, you shield it?
Yeah.
Alright, so take off that damage, the 13 damage. Feldorn, it's your turn.
Actually, I shouldn't be restrained anymore because Deimos pried its mouth open.
That's right.
Are you still on the ground though?
You're prone, though.
Okay. Well, I use half my movement to get up. I stare this thing in the eyes, and I transfer my Hexblade's hex onto it
Okay?
as my bonus action. And then I slash it with my lightsaber. I slash it at the balls.
Okay.
And we get advantage with one.
And yes, I will take advantage on the first one.
That is a hit. It snarls at you. Off in distance, you hear this, the fighting and
I'm using my
how the wolves.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to add to that. What is it, a D12?
Yeah.
I'm assuming a 24 hits.
Yes.
It was meant to be. And then my rapier flies in and tries to stab it in the dick.
Okay.
And misses.
It was
'Cause
a
it's got a
female
tiny
one.
dick.
Gotcha.
All right. Nina dashes in underneath your legs, Feldorn, and like between your legs, and she leaps up and tries to finish the job. Just batting at it. That's a hit. Damage plus sneak attack. I'm gonna add these damage ups here. Second hit. Damage. Okay, 29, 49. 80. Okay. Euphemia, it's your turn. This thing is looking pretty busted up. After Deimos and Feldorn and Nina have been unloading into it, it's starting to recoil backwards. Large, like torrents of blackish, oozing blood are pouring out of various cuts and breaks in its scales. It looks like one of its jaw is hanging limp, as it's been shattered by Deimos' fists. And Nina has been playing, what's it called? What those cats do when they're batting at a toy with his nutsack.
No clue what you're talking about. Damn it.
Okay. Your sword slashes in.
I'm
blink
gone.
Yep, you blink out of existence. Your sword slashes through and sings through the air. It cuts him open. He recoils backwards. He's almost downed. Deimos, your turn.
Light's on. It's gone. Sorry.
Okay, so no more
Alright,
advantage.
But you
Singing.
said that when I'm out,
That's right.
that the light sound doesn't work.
Yeah, no more advantage.
Alright, seeing this guy's jaw pretty much hanging off, I'm gonna try to punch off the other part of the jaw.
Okay. That would be a hit. All right. What do you do? What does it look like?
Well, seeing that part of the jaw already hanging off, as I pretty much come and whack that jaw, this part hanging off, and just snaps it off. And then I guess with my other punch, I punch him in the brain.
Okay.
Pull it out.
All right. As you do that, there's a massive cracking and a splatter sound as your fist breaks through the top of his jaw inside. You're punching him in the mouth, basically. It breaks through the top of his palate and crunches up through the sinus and nose cavity, and you embed your fist deep into his brain. All right. He's splattered on the ground. As you pull it out, the body just collapses, and again a familiar burst of steam as his body begins to revert to its original form. But you guys don't really pay attention to that because you hear the loud breaking of trees behind you. As like
Do I see anything in the ethereal form?
you do not see anything in the ethereal form.
Damn it.
You see a little fairy off in the bush, just kind of like staring at you guys, her eyes wide.
Quick,
A fairy
put her in a
kinda
I'm gonna
bottle.
go catch a fairy.
like
She's an
Tinkerbell
extra
sized.
life.
Tinkerbell sized.
I'm gonna go catch it.
Okay, so you guys see. Alright, so you see this guy bursting out of the forest. But the thing is, he's not in this hybrid form, this half elephant, half human form that you see here before you. Instead, you see him in full-on war elephant form. And this is not just a normal elephant. This thing is huge. It's like easily twice the size of Jumba. When Jumba was around. It has like jagged, razor-sharp tusks covered in like this crude, sharpened, spiked armor. And on its back, you see clinging 2 leapers. Alright, so he bursts through the forest this way. There's 2 leapers on his back, just clawing and scraping at him, just like dripping flesh out of his hide. Okay.
Oh shit.
Alright, so the thing is, like I said, he's in full elephant mode. As that happens, as he bursts through, Rakshi, it's her turn. She turns and she hears what's happening. She darts over. She says, "Mastorik," she says, "you have assumed your primal form." There's no answer as this beast, this mighty beast, is just here. He recoils. He roars his nose, his long snout up in the air, trumpeting this loud burst that cracks through the early morning light. He's using his horns and his head to just like try to throw these leapers off, but they're just drawing huge columns of blood, huge streams of blood with their claws and their fangs. All right, so at this point it is Feldorn's turn.
Damn, back to me already?
Yeah. Killjack and Anishak are kind of recovering. They're over here. They can't really get a shot off, and they're also leery of the other leaper that's going to be popping back into existence at any moment.
Can I reach that one from where I'm standing?
They're
leaper
on the
I'm right
back
next
of
to?
the elephant, so not really. You got to like use your movement to jump on his back.
Okay. Well, what if I do this? They're biting him, right? Or are they just clawing him?
Both.
What if I make a wall of force appear in this one's mouth and push the mouth straight up?
Which one? The leaper 1?
Yes.
So you want to make a wall of force. So what's this wall shaped like?
It's just a wall. Normal wall. Actually, I'm gonna make it shaped like a cylinder. It's gonna go right into his mouth and push him off the mammoth like he's trying to deep throat it. That's the best way I could explain it. I'm sorry, YouTube. And it's coming from my earring, so I'm spending 5 points out of that.
If the wall cuts through a creature's space, when it appears the creature is pushed to one side of the wall.
I mean, this one's appearing in his mouth and pushing him back.
Alright, it just appears. It doesn't have a shoving action, but since the elephant is moving forward, it just appears in front of him, and he's basically like clotheslined off the thing.
Okay, then if I can't make him move forward, would I be able to clothesline both of them off the elephant?
Just scrape them off him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
Alright.
burn the charges. Alright, so you make that happen as Master charges forward. These things are just ripped off his back as they slam into it. And they just like collapse, tumbling down to the ground right here. Master keeps charging in this direction.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to move my Hexblade's Curse to Leaper 1, and then my Rapier is going to fly at it.
Okay.
Did my Rapier get 1 or 2 attacks?
Two
now?
attacks. Two attacks. Let's miss.
Yep.
Okay. Cat is going to jump into action as well. Invigorated and excited at the fact that she has these Shadow Claws. Alright, while that's happening, let's see. Euphemia, you can go ahead.
Are they on the ground?
They are now, yes. Feldorn clotheslined them off the back of the elephant.
So this is my free movement, so I'm gonna appear here.
Okay.
And okay, my blade song's going again. I'm gonna tap this guy. On the illustrated blade. Oh, advantage. Miss. They say the hit. Do I disappear? No, I don't. So, Blade Song is still going.
Okay. So that means you guys still have an advantage on one attack of your choice. At that,
Alright, cool.
Ashok is going to target... still on his feet, but like, you know, just still heavily wounded. He's going to target that same Leaper that you just shot at, Euphemia. He's going to start rolling some attacks. So while that's happening, Deimos, you can go ahead.
All right. So the elephant dude, does he look like crazed, or does he look like he's gonna be stopping anytime soon?
He's slowed up. He's beginning to slow down as he gets over here. He was in full-on charge, so by the time he gets to this point, he begins to slow down.
Okay, I just don't want to have to go against a gigantic, crazy elephant man. Oof. To run this by you, I don't know. Would I be able to, as my action, grab one of them, and then my bonus action with the tavern thing, grab the other one? Just kind of try to hold them, like grab their tails and just pull them back.
Yeah. If you use your bonus action thing.
All right, I'll do that then. So against the first one, and then against the second one, I'm just kind of grabbing their tails, and I'm just like
29. Okay.
trying to stop them from moving forward after the mastodon.
Ooh. Alright, so you grab both of them and you're holding them in place, basically?
Yeah, kind of just, I guess, yeah, just restraining them. Well, not restraining them, but make it so they can't move forward at least.
Yeah, you reach out and your two gauntleted fists just go on and grab the tips of their tails, right? You put a death grip on both of them and you just haul backwards. As you take a step backwards, basically, they drag them both with you half a step.
Sweet.
Okay.
Now to live one turn, that's the plan.
The wolves are gonna turn and they're gonna start jumping in. They're gonna try to pile onto this one that you guys have been attacking, grappling it, holding it down, pinning it. Alright. Alright, now it's this Leaper number 2's turn. He's still disappeared. Leaper number 1, the one that's primarily in your...
By the way, where's the dragon?
Dragon's flying around. Oh, he was sleeping.
He said he was...
He was flying around.
We met him.
He was flying around.
We met him when he came back, and he was going to help us.
That's right.
He's surveying the
I
other
was
places.
technically riding him, so I don't know where he went.
He's one of those trees.
He turned back to a tree.
Sure, I'll have the dragon
Let's-
swoop in. Okay. Let's see.
Oh shit, you know what? I forgot to heal myself. That's my own fault.
For what?
Every time something dies with my Hexblade's curse, I get healed for my charisma plus my level.
Go ahead. Go take it.
No, I'm good.
Alright, so Leaper number 1, he's pretty upset. These werewolves start charging at him. He's just snarling and slashing, just cutting them apart. 2 of them die with his first 2 attacks, his claw attacks. He's going to try to rip his tail around and attack you with it, Deimos.
Oh,
And since you're holding it,
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Oh.
still misses. You're still holding it, okay? And basically he just cuts down all these werewolves that are in front of him, basically. 2, 4, and 5. Okay. So these guys die. Alright, number 3 is going to turn on you, straight around on you. You're still grabbing onto his tail. And here come the attacks.
Oh, gross.
His bite, his what do you call it? As he just spins around,
Yeah.
reaches out and just clamps down on you with his teeth. Alright, here comes the attacks. Claw attack number 1. Claw attack number 2. And there you go. Alright. Masterick is going to finish his movement here. He's going to take his time to do a 180, which takes a while, and start moving the other direction.
Well, I no longer have stone skin.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. Elwyn is going to step in over here. And banishment requires concentration, I think.
Oh, you just screwed Deimos.
Oh shit. I didn't even know. My bad.
Because his haste would have ended earlier
Yeah.
and he wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Oh.
Oh well.
Sorry, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either, I forgot. So you don't have haste anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Elwyn says, "Sorry, Deimos. Didn't mean to do that."
No
I had,
biggie.
he had to save Ashok, basically. That's what he was thinking.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna...
Plus, I think he would have done that himself.
he might have done that for real. He's gonna target both
And no
of
one
them
would have realized.
and cast Forceful Crush on them. They both fail. They both use their legendary actions to succeed. So this does half damage. Okay. Back to the top. Feldorn's turn.
I think you skipped Kildrak.
Yeah, I'll do the Kildrak while you're
Okay.
doing your thing.
Feldorn is going to point his lightsaber straight at Leaper 1, but something very strange is going to happen. His Earring of Power is going to glow a cold blue, and the blade is going to extend in a 60-foot cone as he casts Cone of Cold at the 2 things in front of him.
Okay. You managed to get that off right before Kildrak comes charging in
I saw that.
and getting inside the cone.
Actually, I think I could have angled it where it wouldn't have hit him or Deimos.
Okay. They both fail. Alright.
And then my rapier will go in at Leaper 1 twice.
So this massive burst of frost energy just envelops them. You see their scales become brittle and hardened as they flinch against the incredible cold.
And that's all for me.
The cat is going to jump in and attack the one that's attacking you, that's been laying into you, Deimos. You hear her scream like a cry of rage as she charges in, hissing and snarling, and cat kind of like what's that aggressive cat snarl that they do?
It's just like a
hiss.
hiss.
Yeah. Well, she sneak attacks it, and then she misses with the second one.
Hell, I've heard cats growl at things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Euphemia, what would Light be doing right now?
Boasting, probably.
Yeah.
The way you made him. Probably all he would have done. I would have hooped. He would have probably, like, jumped on top of one of these guys and, like, did one of those... Oh, I'm not sure what movie this is from. You know, where he, like... this is how I'd describe it. He, like, jump on one, put his claw hands down, you know, so it's, like, face down in the dirt, and then just, like, blow towards his face off. With the dragon breath.
That's pretty good.
That's what I would hope.
Okay.
I don't know, I foresee Light flying over and just dropping a giant pterodactyl turret on it.
Well, see, these things are about the same size as Light. He's not much
Well,
bigger
yeah,
than
that's
there,
why
so.
I still think that you would be able to do it if you just, like, tackled one, you know, and held the front arms down with his claws,
And just, like, point blank.
breathe right on his face.
Okay,
You
so
know,
this
yeah,
one...
point blank.
Alright. So he's gonna come in, he's gonna... all of a sudden, Light swoops in from this direction, and he's gonna grab Leaper 3, and he's going to try to grapple its head into the ground. Not bad.
He does have advantage.
From what?
Well, on attacks. Since I'm here with the song.
That's a grapple, but he's able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
He smashes its head down into the ground as he, like, kind of lands on, like you said, and he says, and he shouts into the back of its head. He says, "Feel the..." Well, let's see. What he's a silver dragon.
Yeah.
They do cold breath. Okay. Feel the cold of 1,000 winters, fiend. And he's going to paralyzing cold breath right into the back of its head.
Godzilla style.
Yeah. It fails.
Swerved. That was a swerve. Oh.
There. Okay. Now's your
Does
turn.
the Leaper have a face?
Well, the back of its head is like it's crushed into the ground, and it's all covered in a big pile of frost.
Okay, I guess I'll move back close. I don't know how I got moved away.
So we'll call that Leaper grappled for sure. Number 3 is certainly grappled.
It's not restrained, it's just grappled.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go back to Alistair's blade. And advantage attack. Yeah. And it's still alive. And a miss. And I'm still here.
Okay. All right, Deimos, your turn.
Alright, well, being pretty much in the thing's mouth, I'm gonna start trying to dig into it like I did with the last one.
Okay.
You hear Feldorn shout, "Rip out its tongue!"
Yeah, I'm gonna start pulling its tongue out. But it's real difficult because it's hard to move in here. But then I'm gonna start grappling it and pulling its tongue out.
That's hilarious. You literally have to get a natural 20 to beat that.
I know it's nuts.
Damos doesn't do much
Alright, so
damage.
you're no longer grappled and restrained. You just kind of like bust out. Okay. Roxy's gonna charge in next to you. She's gonna target this one, and she's gonna attack it twice with her axe. Misses. And misses. Leaper 1 is going to continue to try to attack you, Feldorn. Here comes its bite attack.
It does.
You're grappled and restrained as it bites into you.
Actually, I should have taken full damage.
Okay, go ahead and adjust it.
Yeah, go ahead and remove the resistance thing for me.
Gotcha. What was that from? Which spell?
That's from my. That was from my stone skin that dropped.
Oh, that's right. Claws you. Just basically, it's like using its claws, just like as it's holding you, your top torso, its claws just like slashing, gutting you. And its tail is gonna go at Kildrak.
I have advantage on Kildrak.
What's Kildrak?
Oh, he's still prone.
Oh, I forgot to remove prone from him. Oh, I rolled 2 18s, so they would have both hit anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. The one that's has just released you, is kind of just spazzing out and just lashing about. A tail attack is gonna go at Nina. It hits her. Is she missing a save? She fails. So basically, she's just slammed for 18 damage and tossed off into the tree line. And you have no idea where she went. Okay, so that's one attack. A claw attack is going to go at light. Hits him. Okay, a horn attack at you, Deimos. And your cloak should be back into effect.
I will burn one of my things.
Okay. And one more claw attack at light. Alright. Master is going to charge in now. He doesn't really have anywhere to go, but he's going to reach out with his trunk and try to restrain Leaper 1. Oh, but the as he reaches out with his trunk, the Leaper just snarls and slashes at it in the air and bats it away. Alright. Elwyn is going to point at Leaper 1 and disintegrate it. I think he has a disintegrate spell left. Oh, he does not. Shoot. Level 5 spell, he can cast. He's not gonna fireball you guys. He's got all AoE stuff. Jeez, he's gonna have to like firebolt or something.
Doesn't he have sorcery points he could spend to get back a disintegrate?
A level 7 spell?
He can use.
he only has
Oh,
three
does he just
sorcery
not have it
points
on his list?
He twinned the spell, so he's out of sorcery points. He's gonna have to burn. I don't know how he burns. He's 5. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 2 level 5 spells to get back 10 sorcery points. There. And then burn 7 sorcery points to get level 7 spell slot back. There we go, that's how he did it. He would do it. And that's his bonus action, and then as his action, he's going to cast Disintegrate. Twinned. And since these guys both already use their legendary resistance, but they get to roll their d6s to see if they reflect. Neither of them reflect it. Here goes damage. There you go. It's Elwyn's turn. Killdrake is in front here. He's just laying into this one now. He's no longer prone. He stands up. Swinging and dwarven cursing hits. It's a level 3 smite. Swings again. Misses. Alright, Feldorn.
That song, that blade song thing is still on, right?
Yes. She did not phase away.
Okay, so I'm gonna get advantage for my first attack as I swing into this with my my lightsaber.
Okay. Hit. Natural
Seriously? My second attack,
miss.
and then my rapier, which doesn't have disadvantage because it's not being restrained. Oh, that was so close to being a natural one.
So that's not a crit though, because it's your rapier, right?
No, it is because it's hexed.
Oh, okay.
And then again for my rapier.
Are you guys still hearing the music?
No.
I am.
Interesting. Inactive for too long. I mean, I guess that's to be actively managing it. It has like a built-in timer. That's kind of dumb. All right. On Ashok's turn, he's going to step over and continue to fire at Leaper number 1. And while it's happening, Light is going to... He slashes at it a couple times, but he realizes that his claws have no effect on it. That's Light's turn. Euphemia, you can go ahead and go.
Yeah, sure, wait, doesn't Light have to roll to see if his breath weapon comes back?
It does not.
Oh! Well, that should... Okay. Did that do damage? What's going on? I didn't see it.
Yes. You and Ashok are attacking at the same time. Leaper 1 dies. You slash into it, and Ashok hits it with an arrow to the brain, to the head, and it just collapses down to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I
Then I'll
didn't mean to
move
heal Light.
over to this
That's
one
dead.
and use my other attack.
Okay.
Which I'm having... Oh. How many things do I have targeted?
Just
the
Leaper
one.
3.
So this one has advantage. But it was the last time. Okay, do I stay?
You disappear. You disappear the heck out of there.
Okay.
Deimos, you're up.
Alright, Deimos, seeing this thing is kind of injured. Let's try to punch it in the back of the head.
Okay.
And, oh, okay, I don't have that anymore. And then, I'll use my War Priest thing for the bonus action, turn that into an attack. That's okay?
Yep.
Oh, no. Alright.
You used your inspiration already, right?
What was that?
You used your inspiration already?
Yeah, not unless...
Yes, we
is that
did.
Blades? No,
Oh,
it's
I
not Blades
never
Strong
did.
anymore. So, I'm gonna miss.
Okay. All right. This last leaper just snarling and with a silver dragon just kind of like right in front of it, just rips its head up from the ground. It's no longer grappled because Light was trying to attack it as well.
Wait. I'm sorry, Mr. DM, but I mean, this is a silver dragon, and that is a lycanthrope of sorts. Shouldn't its attacks...
This lycanthrope is not vulnerable to silver. You guys tested them back in the dwarven battle lines. Were you there that session? I don't think you were.
No, I
Yeah.
was just playing around with you
Yeah.
anyways.
They're not vulnerable to silver. Okay. Claw attack to Deimos. Come on. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Alright, horn attack to Light. Tail attack to Feldorn.
Wait. I shouldn't have advantage, but I think it still hits with a 12 anyways.
Yeah, 12, 27. You are knocked prone. And then one more claw attack to Deimos. Last one. Since Euphemia is not in sight anymore. Okay. Yeah, you're not grappled restrained anymore.
Actually, didn't Kildrak make armor for the dragon?
Yes, he did.
It's calculated into his stats. I changed his stats.
Okay.
Alright. Elwin's turn. He's just gonna firebolt it because he doesn't have any more single target spells.
How much health does Light have left?
Should be
You
on the
can
combat
see it in the
tracker.
combat tracker, I think.
I don't have the combat tracker up.
How do you play without the combat tracker up?
I just don't have the room, and what do I need it for?
Oh man. He has 80. He has 157 hit points, and he's taking 84 damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So go ahead and Feldor, it's your turn. Kildrak is going to be attacking while you're going.
Okay, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. Bonus action, transfer my Hexblade's Curse, and then swing at it with my sword.
Okay.
We need a way to enhance my dragon's claws so we can do magic damage or something.
That should have been that should have been a hit. Because I shouldn't have
You're not prone anymore,
disadvantage.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a hit. Okay.
Hey, I killed it.
Yeah, you and Kildrak are both crushing into it, and you manage to slay this last one. As it collapses down to the ground in a pile of steam, you hear almost a sigh of relief around you, as the lycanthropes they glance toward each other and they look around. Rakshi says something to the effect of, "What are these things? They're not natural. We've been avoiding them to date, but they came in force. It's as if they knew we were here."
Feldorn points out that there's one more coming.
Elwin says, "Come on, guys, over this direction." Alright, so Masteric places himself. You guys have about 20 seconds left before this thing pops into existence.
Can I, like, cast or do my healing song and get, like, a couple of turns of just pure healing
Sure,
for everyone?
sure. 2 rounds.
How many turns would that be? 2?
2.
So everyone gains 2, whatever you roll.
Song of Battle. Soothing Dance. Each member heals 1d4 plus 1 at the start of their turn. So I'll roll it. So this is 2 turns of this. 4 plus 2. Everyone gets 6 hit points back. Everyone in the area, so I'll add that.
I just did mine.
Okay. Even light.
6.
How long's that song last for?
Till I turn it off. Well, I think we said a minute, but I can change it. I can redo it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As that happens, Captain Fluffy Paws comes out, reemerges from the forest.
So, do we know where this thing's gonna pop out?
I'm going to also cast.
It's right under Feldorn. Where it's gonna pop out.
Hey, Deimos, do you want to cast like a group heal? Or do you have a group like a mass heal? For, like
Yeah.
everyone. Because I used mine last game.
I'm not gonna use the big one yet.
Okay, what are you gonna use?
I can use a smaller one. I can use like mass cure wounds or something.
I can do that too. Level 6,
I think it's 5.
maybe. Well, I can do it. You can do it higher if you want.
I don't have my sick. Well, I'm saving my 6 for that. To save somebody with that better heal spell.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. If we both cast it though, then that'll be pretty good for everyone, right?
Now Feldorn has 68 points of damage. Ashok has 142. Light is 78.
Okay,
Deimos is
well,
81.
I'm casting a level 6 mass cure wounds.
Okay, go ahead and
Please
target
cast
the
something
ones.
too, Deimos.
Oh,
Target
make sure I have the
people.
right amount.
Feldorm will use one of his turns to puff on his pipe and regain a warlock spell slot.
Okay.
Did I get everything?
Let's see. You're targeting
Do the wolves
Kildrak,
need healing?
Elwyn, Rakshi, Feldorn, Light, Captain Flippers, Ashok, Deimos. It looks like everybody.
Did the wolves need healing?
No.
Or
The
they
wolves
were
don't.
just one-shot deaths?
They were just one shots.
Okay. So this is a level 6. Oh, I didn't target myself.
26 to yourself.
Well, that's max. So,
Okay.
I'm fully healed. Oops. Never mind.
Then I'll burn my 5th level one.
Okay. Very good. As you guys finish casting that, there's a big puff of like sulfur and smoke as this leaper comes, just like appears on the ground. Its heavy clawed feet just smashing down into the turf. As that happens, Master Rick just takes his huge trunk and just wraps it around it, holding it into place. Rakshi comes in and starts beating on it with her axe, and you guys all just stand around it. Do you guys want to kill it, or do you guys want to restrain it, or what do you want to do?
Kill it, we got too much things going on. We just have to save
Feldorn
the
stabs
tigers.
the fuck out of it, slashes the fuck out of it with his lightsaber.
Okay.
And his rapier, like Mario's on its head.
Cool. So you guys basically just execute it. I'm gonna say it was half dead already, before it got sent away. As it comes into place, everyone just like slams into it at the same time. You guys are able to take its life as soon as it appears. Oh, we got a crit. Okay. All right.
Oof.
In
One down.
In the brief aftermath, you see Master Rick, just like his huge elephant form, just kind of like rear backwards, and this is twice as large as any elephant you've ever seen. It's huge, and his form just kind of shudders and shakes and begins to diminish and dwindle on itself, as it takes about 10 seconds for him to gradually just fold in on himself, and before you is the humanoid form that you are familiar with. Okay. And Rakshi is there as well. She thanks you for the use of your battle axe. She asks that she can hang on to it for a little while.
Oh, definitely. We gotta stop this crap.
Okay. Master Rick says, 1,000 thanks for what you have done here. Says, those creatures would have ended my life for certain. Time is of the essence. Will you continue to lend us your aid?
Oh, obviously.
There's some tiger people to the, what was it,
Yeah,
northeast?
Yeah.
That need our help. We should all go there.
Agreed. Let us venture forward. But then, he says, however, Shiraka is capable of handling himself. I fear for Corbin and the bulk of our civilization. Perhaps some of us might head in that direction to lend him aid as well.
Let's go help the bear. Fuck the tiger. He was rude.
Do we have any extra magic-y type of things that this guy could use?
I really don't think we should, spread our forces out. We should just go from one area to another area and just destroy it.
No, isn't that what we're doing?
Okay, so
Well, no, he just suggested that we split up,
Oh.
which I'm saying, bad idea.
my concern is for Corbin and those with him. So Corbin had the bulk of the there's a bunch of smaller creatures as well, the lycanthrope. That you guys have been encountering them like the dominant species, but there's lots of other ones. There's jackal wares, there's were rats, and there's also other kinds of different creatures that are around here. Dozens of different species, hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of lichens all have been in the area.
As long as there's no were-roaches, we're okay.
There are no were-roaches.
Oh, oof. Impossible to kill.
But I'm okay with going to help whoever needs help the most. I just
Bear.
don't think we should split up.
Let's go help the bear. Fuck the tiger, because the tiger was rude to us.
Your reasoning is always good.
It's better than yours.
Okay.
Wait, okay, let's all split up because, the other guy doesn't want us to.
Alright. So you guys start heading to the northwest. Let me take this map away.
Hey,
I'm
Shock
gonna
doesn't
red
have
light.
any potions?
By the way,
What?
I'm gonna ride light.
Okay. So you
Does
mount
Ashok
up on
have any
light and you
potions?
fly ahead. Does Ashok have any
You should also have
potions?
some heals.
Oh yeah, Ashok can heal. Who's needing it? Oh, Ashok needs to heal himself, is what happens. He can burn his third level spell slots. Should probably burn his fourth level spell slots as well.
You should cast Hunter's Mark with that 4th level spell slot. It lasts like 8 hours or something.
Does it?
Yeah, I think at 4th level it's 8 hours.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty
Still
good now.
concentration though, right?
Yeah. But he can concentrate on it for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Can I try to heal light as we fly? Or make our
Yes.
way there?
Yes. Go ahead and target him. He's on the combat tracker. If you have this.
No, I meant with my healing stone.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I guess it would be. How many turns would you be doing that? Over the course of the flight, about a minute. So 10d4 plus 10.
Damn, that's a good spell.
It might be overpowered for out of combat usage. I'll have to see. Might have to put a time limit on how long it lasts.
Well, 31 points. It's pretty low.
Okay.
Oh wait, do we all get this?
No, just the dragon.
This dragon, okay, sweet.
I just did that trying to be funny.
Ah.
And again,
Also-
you fail.
No, because actually I rolled higher than you did.
Okay. So you guys come across
Huh?
this. You guys come across this site here. It's Corbin and some of his bears trying to hold off these two leapers, as the bulk of the lycanthropic forces or population are in this area and moving that way. There's blood all over the ground. There's been deaths all over the place. For the most part, they're trying to grapple these things. They can't really do damage to them otherwise. Corbin, they're trying to hold them down. Alright, Euphemia and Light, you guys get there first. What do you guys do?
Um,
And
I
Elwyn's
didn't think I was
probably
gonna get there first. Or cast a spell.
You hear Corbin just roaring, his voice echoing through the morning light.
So just ice, cone of cold, and ice storm. Those are both AoEs, so they would hit everyone, right?
Yes.
No way to like manipulate those to hit only the enemies.
Only wizards with the evocation school.
Was there a way
do
I
that.
could? Am I allowed to target like ice storm so it only hits like the back of this lizard, like Leaper 2, so it doesn't hit the bears?
If you cast it in like wait. Like there.
Or what would be better, cone of cold or? What does more damage? Okay, 88 for the cone of cold. $48. 38. Okay, so I'll do cone of cold, but I wanna move, so oops. Oh fuck. Like right here, and then point it like southwest.
Okay. Just to hit the one leaper, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and target him and roll it. As she's doing that, Elwyn flies in. He sees what's going on. He's going to cast some spells or something like that. The rest of you guys get there. What do you guys want to do?
So he fails it?
Mm-hmm. And he'll keep that failure. Okay.
And then I'll pass or give inspiration to light. Or no, Elwyn, I guess.
Elwyn's going to fly over here and he's going to lightning bolt this leaper number 1.
So how many?
It succeeds. Or fails. Okay. Alright, what are you guys doing?
Is Euphemia flying?
She is flying.
Yeah.
She is on the dragon.
I cast a cone of cold like that.
Alright, on the same one.
Yep. Bye-bye, spell slot.
I guess you only have one, huh? Oh, you're targeting yourself. Okay, go ahead.
Should have. That was. Well, does he auto succeed?
No, he'll hold on to it. Okay. As that happens, the rest of you guys get there.
And I also put my Hexblade Hex on him as my bonus action.
Okay.
I guess while we were running up, I would have cast the spiritual weapon in a chain, wrap it around myself, and then the shield of faith, just because I plan on running in there.
Okay, there's your spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
yell
just
out.
a 1 minute weapony thingy.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell out to the bears to grapple and restrain them.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. I'm just gonna keep the initiative from before. Corbin is going to roll in here, and he is already grabbing onto. He's much. He's larger than this thing is. He grabs onto it and he holds on. He's just slightly larger. He's gonna try to restrain it. He's not able to. That son of a bitch. The other ones are doing a good job of trying to hold on to them. Leaper number 1 is going to try to break free. Alright. Bears. He's able to to shake one of them off, but the other one hangs on to him. Okay, Leaper number 2 is going to try to break free from this one bear as well. Which he is able to do. He leaps off in this direction, like towards the tree line or over there, where the heart of the population is basically. And he goes over there and he starts tearing into the younger lycanthropes and the old ones, and just littering the ground with corpses. Okay. Up to the top. Feldorn, what you doing?
Feldorn's gonna run past the bear and everything and get about there. And I'm gonna use one more charge on my earring to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on that bastard that ran away.
Okay.
Like, bring your sorry ass back over here.
Ray of Enfeeblement.
A black beam of energy shoots out of my hands.
Make a ranged spell attack against the creature and a hit the target deals only half damage with weapons and attackers
Never mind.
until the spell ends. Alright.
I missed.
Misses. Okay. The cat comes charging in. She's going to start attacking Leaper number 1. But what do, Euphemia and Light?
I'm gonna order Light to give chase.
Alright, he agrees. He charges off over there.
I would have also bonus actioned my my sword to start flying.
Okay.
Can I do any attacks against the Leaper, or
You may.
do I get advantage for his size difference, or is there
No.
one?
He has to be smaller than Light.
Okay, and they're the same size.
Correct.
Can I have Light grapple him, or instead of attacking, or can he grapple and I attack?
So you're flying through the air. He has his breath weapon back. You tell him to do the same thing that he did before. Right, to the other one. So Light's gonna try to fly
Yeah.
in and try to do the same thing. Just land on its back and shove it into the ground and then breathe on it. So Leaper number 2 is gonna make a contested strength check against Light. Light wins. So Light lands on the back of this thing, just like shoves it down to the ground with the weight of its impact. You guys come hurtling out of the sky basically from like 30 feet up. You just come, Light just dives down and slams his claws back into the thing's back and shoves it down to the ground. And as it hits, he point blank to the back of its head unleashes a burst of cold frost, cold breath. It's actually kind of cool.
So do I get any movement or any action?
You can, as soon as you guys are in melee range, you can attack it.
Okay, so I get my action and bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, so I will do that then. I'll do my blade song.
Okay.
And I'll start attacking it.
Alright. Deimos, what are you doing while Euphemia's attacking?
Oops.
Um,
I forget it.
Deimos is gonna have to.
Help your cat.
That's as far as I can move, and then I'm gonna get my weapon to go up to about there.
Okay.
And then with my action, I'm just gonna run into this guy. That's about all Deimos can do, as he's hauling ass.
Alright, Corbin's gonna swing around, and he just bear tackles this thing to the ground. He grabs it, and he's going to... Here, since there's so many around, I'll give him advantage. I guess that's slightly better. Okay. He grabs onto this thing and just wrestles it to the ground so that this thing is restrained and grappled. Alright, and he shouts out to you. He says, "Finish it! I cannot!" Alright, and while that happens, the Leaper is going to be tearing into him. So you see him throw his massive body onto this thing and just hold it down to the ground, while the Leaper just rips into him, just like, wait a second. Corbin is restrained also. Okay. The thing's just ripping into him with all of its attacks. Alright. Back there, Leaper 2 is going to try to break free of Light's grasp. Which he is unable to do. But his tail attack is going to swing up and hit you. Well, he'll hit Light. Do you want to reflect it to hit you, Euphemia? Or do you want to let Light take the damage?
I'll take the first one.
That's against you.
Yeah, I can't reflect that.
Alright, this is the tail attack. You are knocked off of Light as you are prone on the ground.
What?
His tail attack. You have to make a strength saving throw. And he knocks you prone.
Wait.
If you're on a mount and you're knocked prone, you're automatically dismounted. I'm pretty sure that's what the rules, 5th edition says.
Yes.
I'm
Trust
just
me.
wondering if the mount combat did anything to prevent getting dismounted.
Nope. You need
Yeah, it's just damage reflection.
You need a Cavalier saddle or something like that. It's a magic item.
Okay.
Oh.
Those are slashes. It's
Yeah,
slash
we
at
need a
Light,
Cavalier
it slashed
saddle.
at you. That's what happened. Okay. Elwyn and Killjack, I'll do their stuff. But Feldorn, you go ahead and do your thing.
Feldorn begs Elwyn for a haste.
Okay. Elwyn acknowledges, and he's going to burn a 3rd level spell slot. And use his turn to haste Feldorn. Okay.
As Feldorn feels the power of the speed force flow through him, he taps his fingers together, very Mr. Burns-like, and goes, "Excellent." As he uses, as he uses his hasted free action to activate the Earring of Power to try another Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
Toma!
Hits. So the guy does half damage, right?
Yep. Half damage with any strength attacks.
Got it.
And then since I now have enough speed, I get to... I'm going to put myself there because I'd technically be 5 feet from him.
Mhm.
And under the dragon since it's flying. And then I cut into him with my lightsaber.
Okay. Hit. You like
I
rolling
mi-
ones of damage, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
And my rapier moves 30.
Okay, Captain Fluffy Paws is going to attack it twice.
Oh hey, my rapier gets right to where I'm at and it gets 2 attacks.
Cool, go ahead and roll it. Okay. It's Captain Fluffy Paws just sneak attacking the crap out of Leaper number 1. Okay. Deimos. Alright. Oh, wait a second. It's back to Euphemia.
Where do I go?
Yeah. Light and Euphemia.
I'm gonna ask Light to try to restrain it, as I will get up and parkour my way back up onto my dragon.
Okay. You use the rest of your movement to do that, so you're on top of Light now. He got his breath attack back, so he's gonna blast it again. It succeeds, but it still takes half damage. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, Blade Song's still going, so I'm gonna do a advanced attack.
Alright, while you're doing that, Deimos, it is your turn.
Alright, Deimos with the spiritual weapon is gonna, as his bonus action, pretty much command it to start wrapping around its arms and legs and stuff like that, just to make it more difficult for this thing to attack. And then I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. Killjack crit it with its smite, with a smite roll, so.
And that's me.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are just pounding on this thing while Corbin is holding on to it. You guys are just like full on wailing on it. Corbin is going to continue to hold it. The Leaper is going to continue to just tear into Corbin's like guts. Just ripping at him, shredding at him. Okay. So Corbin is in really bad shape right now. Leaper number 2 over there with you and Light. And you're there too, right, Feldorn?
Yeah.
Okay. So, slash attack at Light. Misses. Bite attack at Feldorn. Misses. Claw attack at Euphemia. Hit.
I shield that.
Okay. And 1 tail attack against Feldorn. Jeez. Alright.
But the first time you've missed in the whole campaign.
I know it's pretty terrible. Feldorn, your turn. Elwyn's gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
And it will not be a concentration spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all 3 attacks into him with my. Oh, he has to give him. He has to do a con save at the end of his turn to see if he still does half damage. DC 23.
Remember, you have the sword song. Or blade song, so you got
He's
advantage.
still half damage.
I'm gonna use the sword song for my first lightsaber attack at advantage. Oh, are you serious? 2 3s in a row. And the 2 attacks from the rapier. Oh, these colors.
Wow.
Talk about rolling poorly. Jeez. While that's happening, Elwyn points out his finger and unleashes a full strength magic missile with his wand. Alright. I think that's back up to Euphemia.
Does Light
Captain Fluffy Balls.
able to grapple it or restrain it?
does not get his breath back. Light is going to try to grapple now. No, he's not. Well,
Okay,
roll for
then
just
I
in case.
will. That is pretty low.
Yep, he's fine. Captain Fluffypaw is slashing at the one that's on the ground.
Oh, damn, 19. Damn, these leapers. Way too much health.
They are very, very stout. Okay, Deimos, your turn. The one on the on the ground before you is really weak. You can see he's been taking cumulative damage. He's
You might
really
want
close.
to. You might want to heal your bear friend before you do that.
So as that spiritual weapon finally wrapped around his neck, Damos kind of grabs it and he just pulls it real tight like a lasso and pulls its head off through its neck.
Yeah, it doesn't go smoothly. It's like trying to cut someone with a dull spoon.
Yeah, but Damos doesn't quit.
Yeah, it's like brute force. It more just like tears the thing off. It doesn't really cut it off. It's just like
Oh yeah.
just full on just maul and rips it off. All right. And this one up where you are, Euphemia, is also very close to the edge. Ashok is going to lay into it a little bit.
How much is shot kill it?
With 1 point.
Alright, Ashok is going to attack it. Hit. Colossus Slayer. Hunter's Mark.
All that good shit.
Second attack. Natural 1. Well, he has advantage. He'll burn his inspiration. Hit. Okay. Oop, he's still alive, just barely. That means Feldorn gets to finish it.
No, really? Watch, all my attacks are gonna be ones now.
I said it. It came true.
That's a hit.
Been with this lightsaber miss 3 times in a row. That's hilarious.
Well, your sword, your flying sword. All right. Your
Yeah, the
flying-
rapier just plows into its skull, pinning it to the floor.
Yeah, and you hear it gloating. It's like, it's like, must I instruct you on everything, even the finer points of blade work? Observe. And he goes plowing in straight into the back of its head. Okay. Alright, as the last bath of steam just encompasses you guys, again, on the ground is laying a now, like, completely wrecked. The back of its head is split open as your hex blade is just has just destroyed the back of its head. It's like sticking out, just like planted into the ground, staked into the ground through this elven head. Go on.
You said it's morning time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The forest goes a little bit quieter. You're all breathing heavily. The adrenaline begins to wear off a little bit as you look around and realize that the battle has been won. Corbin very weakly stands up, and as he does, huge columns of blood begin dripping out from his side, from his shoulder, and he stumbles forward and he collapses down to one knee. He has 2 hit points left, basically. Some of the other bears come around and they try to comfort him. One comes running up and says, "Papa, Papa."
I go up to him. I'm like,
You see the little bear?
you know,
That's
if you
the kid.
accept Tempest, it's definitely gonna help in this fight.
Um,
You're a
this-
great warrior. Tempest likes strong warriors, and he'll always protect you.
What is this tempest that you speak of?
I describe Tempest, this big, strong, powerful dude. I say, check this out, and I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
Did
As
you
you-
just waste your big heal on him?
No. Second-ish big heal.
As the healing energy just courses through him, you can see the wounds just begin to knit themselves together, and the blood flow, just the huge hemorrhaging of blood, just begins to cease, and he breathes a little bit easier. The little bear next to him, just says "Papa, Papa," and just like jumps on him and clasps onto him. I don't know how that bear got small, but he got small, so all of a sudden that's his kid.
Feldorn goes, if you're still dying, I can give you a really nice gift. You could live forever.
And you see Tempest, Deimos on the other side saying, well, why would you want to die when you can fight and be strong? I mean, have you ever seen a human this buff? As I start flexing.
Corbin stands up and says, "Yes, the might that you all have displayed today is indeed impressive. He says, I wish to learn more of this tempest that you speak of. Perhaps the lycanthrope kind would do well to follow one as strong and as powerful as he."
Yes. Fight.
Ask the lichens to bring along some of the corpses, if they would so please.
The corpses of the leapers,
Yep.
or what? Okay.
We still don't have a fight. When I don't think.
Yeah, we still gotta fix Mr. Other Dude.
Well, there were two left, and those are the ones that were engaging with the tigers. But as you guys go over that direction, you see the ground again. You see some corpses on the ground. You see them scattered everywhere. But the carnage is much less here than it was elsewhere, and there is some blood and everything all around. But for the most part, you don't see anyone else. It's like the tigers have fled.
That seems kind of fishy to me.
Uh-oh. Can we pick up a trail? Because I couldn't have really gotten that far.
I think we should focus on making sure the lichens get away. The regular people.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting to do this.
Do what?
I keep forgetting that I have a burning hex and chilling hex.
Oh. Masterick comes in. He says, "A dire battle indeed." He looks around. He says, "I know not what has happened with our feline companions, but I do know that the cost to the canines and to all the other races was dear. We would do well, Corbin, to make haste, to find a safe spot, and tend to our wounds." Rakshi chimes in. Says, "Indeed, Aquila has fallen as well. It seems that these folk can be trustworthy. But I do not know if they can protect us from an entire country of leapers. We must flee, Corbin. We must head to safety." Corbin stands up tall and proud. He says, "In the history of our kind, the lycanthropes have not fled or hidden or cowered, tucking tail from any foe." He turns to you all. He says, "But you, our saviors on this day, what would you suggest we do? Do we stay and hazard our very existence in this land of cursed leapers? Or do we flee?"
I look him in the eyes and I say, find a place to hide. Let us deal with the leapers.
I'd ask Nina. It's her people.
Nina's kind of a little bit meek right now. She says, "It is not my place to command the entirety of our kind. She says, I accomplish the tasks with which I am bidden, in service of the council." Corbin turns to her and says, "Then continue to do so, young one. Help them, guide them in whichever path they choose. I see within these folk hope for not just our kind, but our whole land." Nina bows her head. She's, "As you say, Corbin."
Well, this fight here is something that we could probably deal with. It's the fight that's coming that we're probably going to need the army. And if you're alive and well to fight that, that's probably better.
"We can hide. We can tend to our wounds. I know not how these leapers found us, but for years we have done well at evading them. We can do so again."
Do we want to send them to the keep?
It's a whole race of them, and you've seen what's around you are several hundred, but you can tell that there's many more beyond that. You're talking probably several thousand lycanthropes of various kinds.
I tell them if they could run, or the strong could stand and fight, and if not to shove Tempest down your throat or anything, but you can definitely make it so you're able to actually fight against these things and defend your lands and your honor.
Wait, can I see the world map?
We would be interested in gaining the power to defeat these foes, but as of now, Tooth and Claw is completely ineffectual.
Yeah, that's because you don't got Tempest.
How about you take us to this elder thing that you were talking about before?
Oh yeah, those guys could help.
The ancient
Damn,
one.
we're far away from everything.
The journey to the Ancient One is not one accomplished swiftly. It will take time. Nina, you know the location. Or you know the general direction and are capable of tracking him down. Will you do so? Nina bows her head. Of course, Corbin.
I look at Deimos and Stumpy, since they look like the strongest two in the group. Hey, why don't you guys bring 3 of those dead bodies with us? I've got an idea.
Deimos squints at Feldorn. He already knows what Feldorn's gonna do. But then he shrugs his shoulders
Zombies
and says,
everywhere.
okay.
Okay.
That way they can fight even after they're dead.
Might as well put them to use. I mean, they're going to be worm
What's a
food
more
anyways.
glorious way to be dead than have your body still fight after you're dead?
Like the mother of someone that got stabbed, by a dagger.
Feldorn sweetens the pot and says, hey, you can draw Tempest's holy symbol on those things and they can fight for Tempest.
I think Tempest would hate that.
You see Tempest squint his eyes, look both ways. He thinks about it. He's like, I'd rather just bring him back to life.
Nah. They'll be a lot stronger as undead.
Aw, man, Deimos is still squinting his eyes and looking both ways.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, no.
Now, I mean, if you bring the Leapers back to life, you're never going to have to fight them again.
Unless you bring them back to life without the disease, then we get elves that might help us.
Deimos is like so cut in the middle because he knows if you keep fighting, good stuff happens, and you can bring stuff back to keep fighting.
Yes.
But that's kind of evil-ish. Deimos not that evil.
It's not evil to bring things back to life to fight for you. It's smart.
I mean, if I use raise dead, do they turn dead or do they come back to life?
You'll have to try it. And see what happens.
It says if the creature's soul is willing to rejoin the body, it will come back to life. And it will neutralize... Oh, it's not magical disease. I don't know.
You can try to raise dead.
I will walk up to... I say, everybody, stand around. And have weapons and stuff ready. And Deimos is going to, like, almost kind of like poking this thing with the cadet stick. I'm going to cast Raise Dead on one of them.
Can we take a short rest before he does that?
Yeah,
Well, it only has 1 health, right?
yeah, it only comes back with 1 health.
Comes back with 1 health. Okay. Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna wait for the short rest, or what are you gonna do?
Do we need a short rest, guys?
Actually,
I
you
get
do
back
I
all
think
my
we
spell
probably do.
slots.
Okay, then, yeah, I'll take a short rest because I technically have a week to cast this.
Okay. So you guys,
I'm gonna
Right, and then I'll
do my
burn
Song
that
of Rest.
spell.
Wait. I get the Bardic Song of Rest, whatever it's called. And I don't remember what it is. Okay, so it's 1d12? Oh wait, no. 1d10. So everyone gets an extra 7. Does Light have hit points that he can heal from? DM?
yeah, Light does. So he rolls his hit dice. I don't have them on his sheet right now, but he does.
He has 16 d10 plus 80.
Okay. So Deimos, you're sitting there in front of the corpse of a youngish-looking elven male.
Yeah. And then I make the Sign of Tempest. Give a buddy Jesus. And I'm saying, well, I mean, if Tempest lets me cast it, it might be okay-ish. We'll find out. And I'm going to cast it. I already burnt the slot.
Roll a d20. The body shifts and vibrates with power. The as it is infused with radiant light, it you can see the lungs inflate. You can see the blood begin to recirculate. The gashes and wounds that had slain it begin to seal up and cauterize, and they burn as the flesh is knitted back together. Suddenly, his eyes pop open, and he looks up at you with a startled kind of worried look in his mind. He shouts out to you in Elven. He says, "Who are you? What am I doing here?" And then he grabs his as he stands up. He gets up to his knees. He's trying to stand up, and he clutches his chest. His low, more like actually not quite his chest, more like his stomach. Is like upper stomach right underneath where the rib cage ends, like at the solar plexus. He clutches it, and he looks up, and his facial expression changes. and it goes from excited or shocked and surprised to excited to worried to pained, and then to completely filled with dread as his body begins to bulge and ripple
Cut its
outward.
head off.
Yeah. Before that was all happening, I'm like, and you have no head, as I politely remove it.
All right. So you break his head off, and he falls
Yes.
back down to the ground. So now it's an
Yeah.
elven body with no head.
I say, hey, Feldorn, Femia, everybody, this did not work.
Feldorn goes, and what did we learn?
We're gonna find
That
out.
felt
I
uneasy.
go to his belly-ish, chesty area, and I just kind of rip it open to see if there's anything I don't normally see there when I rip people open there.
Would you know?
No, I would not, but I'm hoping someone else will.
I'm gonna say, would you know what to look for? How
It's
familiar,
all-
I have medical
how
skill.
familiar
Yeah,
are you
maybe
with
if there was like
elven
something
anatomy?
that's not red and squishy, I probably would notice.
Elwyn would know.
Elwyn would know, but Elwyn's not here.
I know.
All right. Okay. As you tear into, as you basically dissect him, or not dissect him, but autopsy him, whatever it is. Euphemia is there looking over your shoulder, and you do a nest, like a very crude job of it. But as you pull it open, you're recognizing, Euphemia, that there are the regular organs that would be inside an elven body, and they are similar in shape and placement to a human body. But there's a couple extra organs that elves have.
Well, I'm elven.
Yeah.
So humans are different to me.
Yeah. But some of them, so you recognize where everything is, and it's generally it's in the right area where it should be. There's a couple more organs than what humans would have, but they seem to be covered. All the internal organs seem to be covered in these like nodules, like lumps, and they seem to be in general misshapen. And as you explore this further, you see a couple other masses.
With a 10-foot stick.
Yeah, you're poking it with a stick and stuff. You see a couple other masses in there that are very foreign to you, and they seem to be intertwined, linking all the other organs together, just like fully infecting the entirety of this person's anatomy. There's a couple other masses that have tendrils spiraling off them that are plugged into all the other organs around them.
Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you see several of them, like the one just in the area that Deimos opened. They're all they're of differing size and shape and stuff, but they're all the same consistency.
All right. Just to make sure we know what's wrong, Deimos will now open up Euphemia's belly to compare. I'm joking. So, guys, is that normal?
No.
Oh. Should we take this guy to isn't there a guy in Aspium? Not Aspium. Fudge, where was it?
Westbane?
There's a dude who Westbane, who studies the
Yeah.
guys, like the slot and stuff.
Yes, we could. Is any of that stuff moving or look alive?
With him being dead, his body is dead. Also, there's no more motion. There's no more life to it. So no.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Deimos, start casting the cantrip to preserve organs.
Yeah, I start doing that.
So are the animal people okay?
Well, they're used to, they're animals. They eat live game all the time. They hunt it down. So they're not particularly grossed out by your display here. They're actually just looking around more as curious.
I met are they okay as a race? Are they going to be able to get out of here?
Yeah.
Are they still being ripped apart?
No. The attack is over. The tigers have gone missing. They don't know where they are. They ran off in another direction. But the majority of the conclave, the synod, has gathered up again.
Alright, well, we should probably hide one of Elwyn's daggers somewhere. Then also maybe give one of his extra teleport daggers to the big bear dude so we can find where they're at. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Okay. So you place one with Corbin, and you bury one in this general area here as well.
Yeah.
Masteric comes up to you now. Again, and still in his hybrid form, he says, "I know not where or what you intend to do next, but if you do intend to seek out the Ancient One, you will need these." And he reaches down into a pouch and he pulls out. They look like teeth, like animal teeth, so different fangs, and of different size and shape, and they're all old and yellowed, right? So they look like they come from different races. And he hands you a handful of them, so about one for each of you. So 6 of them. He hands them over to you. He says, "He will know that you come on our behest if you present him with these. Be careful when you speak to him. He is very, very old. Far older than I or any other creature that you see here. His mind may be not quite as focused as it once was. But he has known and he has seen far more than any of us. If you have questions regarding the lycanthropes, he will be able to answer them."
Sweet.
Okay.
Before we do anything else, or if they're heading out, I'm gonna hand them a pamphlet that explains the Great Church of Tempest.
He says, "I appreciate your encouragement and your teaching.
Damn it.
I go where Corbin goes. If Corbin has decided that our people shall follow this tempest, then so shall I."
Alright. And are any, do they have a bunch of really injured guys around here by any chance still before we leave?
Yeah, definitely. There's lycanthropes in all sorts of condition.
Alright, I make a big spectacle before we go, gather all of their attention, and I start flexing, doing cool stuff. I do a somersault or two, and
I'm gonna cast a minor illusion where there's a bunch of dicks on,
then I'm gonna
Damos's face.
Yeah, I was like, "Everybody, watch the power of Tempest. This could all be yours." As I cast Mass Heal to go heal as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah, your power goes out, and everyone is wowed and awed as everywhere all around you, creatures are made whole. Bleeding is stopped. Large gashes are sealed up. That kind of stuff. Bones are mended, all around you. But and while that's happening, most of them are looking around, and they're and one little bear, the little bear goes over to Corbin and says, "Papa, Papa." He says, "The sign of Tempest is the penis."
Yes, a large one.
Corbin says, "This is truly an odd deity that you worship."
Masculine deity.
"We will have to rethink
If it goes to
our
gyms
approach towards
and he's naked with other men
the
and
divine."
has fun.
Wow. I mean, Damos does say it's 2017.
It is?
Don't hate it.
What the fuck? I thought this was
But
like
he's pretty sure that's not how it
14,
works.
All right.
He tells him a great story of how he did terrible, terrible things to his secretary, Elistray. And now he just kind of had to change his number because she wouldn't stop calling him. And yeah.
Feldorn mentions things about building a wall and how the Leapers are gonna pay for it.
Oh, that's
The
a
dwarves already
good
did that.
idea.
Dwarves
worry
built the
about
wall. I tried. Okay. So, the primary... So you guys are kind of like right here on the map. The lycanthropes are going to head off basically in this direction, trying to head away from the leapers, head north into the deep forest. The path to the Ancient One is into the mountains.
Alright, so what do we want to do? Do we want to go to the Ancient One? Or do we want to have Elwyn teleport us back to Haslin so we can have the dude and
Well, do we want to go to Ospium or Haslin?
the other wizard that examined thing was in Haslin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
Haslam.
I think we got better sources in Ospium. Because, better magic
Did they
people.
have a person who studied that crap that we know?
Well, our niece, for one, is better mage, and plus they have the whole council and everything. Gotta remember, Haslin is kind of like the country bumpkin.
That's true, but also that lady lives there. Magic
What?
Lady McGee.
Yeah.
And she might have a bunch of cheap
Well, she
magic
has other
craps we can throw
stores,
it up.
but we haven't found them. Didn't she say that she had like a bunch of different stores?
She has other locations, but she's only one at a time.
Yeah, but doesn't she have like a,
She has
a portal
connections.
system that does it?
She has connections. She has business associates, that kind of stuff.
I say we go back to Haslin and have the dude in the King's Court in Haslin examine this corpse. I mean, technically we can go to 2 different locations because you can teleport Circle back to Ospium.
Well, we have 2 bodies.
Yeah,
Or we can do
you can
both.
teleport Circle back to Ospium. Elwyn and me can... Elwyn and whoever else wants to go. I want to go back to Haslin. Can teleport there.
Then meet up at our keep.
Or no, we can
'Cause
meet
we
up.
haven't been there in a while.
We can meet up back here because technically we would want to go see the Ancient One.
Well, I mean, we still haven't been to our keep in a long time. We're definitely coming back here. Just saying.
Because if we
But
meet
I'm
up,
gonna stop at the keep. You guys can do whatever you want.
if we meet up back at the keep, it's going to take us an extra day, and that's an extra day we give the Leapers to find the rest of these guys. Right
I'm
now,
gonna stop at the keep.
okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it in under a day. I'll hurry my ass. I'm just dropping off a body, saying hi, and then I'll move on to the keep, and then I'll do it back here. Just tell me when you want us to meet.
A day.
Okay, so a day exactly.
Because I'm assuming Elwyn only has 1 teleport at a time.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
you should.
Well, he
Yeah,
can cast
only-
it's a 7th level spell. He can cast a 7th and then an 8th level spell slot and then 9th level spell slot.
Oh wait, I'm gonna have to meet up with you guys to get the teleport.
Yeah.
But I can still, I can do it. Like I can go like any of my circles like 5 times a day.
So you can go. So Euphemia, you can go to Ospium, then to the Keep, then meet them in Westvane and Haslin, and then you all go back together.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If there's anything that I need to do or, in my journey, just tell me.
Okay. As you guys formulate your plan, you can see the lycanthropes all have mobilized. One of them comes back up to you. This one is Corbin, and he says, "Our time was brief, but I have seen to the heart of your souls, of your intentions, and I know that you are not a danger to our kind. He raises his paw in the air in like a salute, and he says, "All for the pack, and the pack for all. May our paths cross again." And he turns and he starts heading off with his people. Okay.
I'm gonna search for a cavalier saddle on my subs. See if I can find one.
Okay. So let's go
And
with
let's come with me.
the rest of the group first. So Feldorn, Deimos, and the rest of the group. You guys make your plans. Elwyn begins to cast the incantation for the teleport spell. Euphemia, you start scrying your teleport circle, and you guys all disappear in a flash. Feldorn and Deimos, you land in Hasselin, in the center of Westvane. Kind of in the King's Castle area, right there in the courtyard.
Let's all burn it down.
You get there. It's about noonday right now.
Did you find some Jimmy John West?
The town seems to be in good repair. Most of the city has been rebuilt now to its full stature. After the Slot attack, a lot of it was caved in. There were huge holes in the walls, and entire sections of the slums had been burned down and ripped apart. But now you can see that the city has been reinvigorated, and that the opportunity to rebuild has opened the door to creativity and new solutions to housing and all that kind of stuff. So there's new architecture. There's better construction, and the walls seem to be as strong as ever before. So
Feldorn is impressed. He takes this body to the king's wizard. Tells him everything he knows about leapers, having fought a few, and then says, "Yeah, what can you tell us?"
okay, so you guys go find Moltor Bennot was his name. And he's actually not too far from where you landed. As you appear in a flash of flame and arcane energy, there's a gasp of people around you as you guys have there's a gust of wind as you guys arrive and displacing a whole column of air along with you in the area. So there's like a expanding wind pressure that kind of bursts out from around you as you land. It makes your hair flow very dramatically as well. The population around you, the people around you, there's a few gasps, there's screams, and as the dust kind of settles, people cry out and point to you like, "Oi, there they are, the heroes of Asselin! Oh, they've returned!" They're all pointing, and there's some shouts and there's some jubilation. And so there is that. Some people run up to you, they're asking for autographs and that kind of stuff. But you guys eventually make it your way through the crowd, and you head over to Moltor Bennot's establishment, his study, basically, which is basically his house that's been converted into a massive laboratory and library and research area.
Is the horse still there?
Huh? Oh yeah. As you guys knock on the door, the first thing you encounter is what was her name?
That prostitute lady?
Yeah, it started with an R, I think. Oh shit.
Wait, are they naked and screwing again?
Roll a d20.
All we see is ass.
So I'm assuming that laugh means we walk in and we see old man ass. First thing Feldorn does is he drops a globe of darkness on top of the old man ass. I'm like, nope, don't want to see this shit.
Is it high in the air? High in the air, full on view.
Yep, globe of darkness. And he's like, Deimos, we'll come back later. The whole room just turns. Oh, that's fucked up because I still see it because I can see.
Yeah,
it
you
from
hear
the
dark
No.
vision. You see every.
Deimos
Deimos-
fails his constitution save and starts puking everywhere.
Feldor,
Is it
Damn.
like the
you
mace?
cast Globe of Darkness, but you realize that it's still there. As you see Molter Bennot's ancient withered posterior just kind of like rocking in the air.
It's
Feldorn
flapping.
also pukes everywhere.
Back and forth, back and forth. Feldor, roll me a D100. $52.
I spared you from it, Deimos, because I dropped the globe of darkness.
Oh, oh.
Alright, 52. Let's see here.
Deimos said we fought dragons and everything, but this is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
So you shut your eyes, and we'll go the blinded for now. You close your eyes out of pain, and for some reason you're just like you're traumatized so much that you have a phobia that's going to last for at least the next little while. You really, really, really do not want to open them. Feldorn.
Yeah, that old man ass just
Yeah. So
almost turned me to stone.
So you hear the grunts, the wheezes of Molter Bennot. And you hear the
Oh no, Deimos can hear that.
you hear the squeals and the giggles of I gotta freaking look up her name.
I start puking again.
Let's see. and she's like talking totally dirty. Let's see here. All right.
You know what Feldorn does?
What does he do?
Feldorn throws that dwarf that was an asshole to us that should still be following us because he's our bitch in there and closes the door. And then drops concentration on the darkness. Like
No, Deimos
you
even
suffer.
Deimos helps with this, and he puts those dimensional shackles on him,
Wait,
and
which
then
dwarf?
tosses him straight in
Kildrak?
the mist.
No, not Kildrak. Remember the one from the Dwarven Kingdom that was supposed to be our bitch to come and train our troops in our keep?
Didn't we send him to?
Armag. I thought you sent him back.
Yeah, we sent him
Did
away.
we?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
well,
pretty
I
sure you
must not have
teleported
been.
him.
I must not have been there for that. Damn.
Yeah. You teleported Armag back to your keep.
So shit. I throw Kildrak in there if he's with us.
Okay. All right. You grab Kildrak. You dimensionally shackle him. And you throw him inside the room. Rosalind was her name. Okay. All right. So, 45 minutes later, after the very carnal and very active sounds have subsided, Rosalind pops out of the room. Kildrak is like, he comes out and his eyes are just like, he's completely bug-eyed.
Does he have to
he's
roll
like
a
in
new
shock.
character?
He's gonna have to roll in the madness chart when he comes back. But Rosalind pops out. She's got like a sheet draped over herself. And he says, "Hi, there you are, loves." It's like, it's been quite a while. You come see the old man? Well, he's resting in there. If he's conscious, he says, "Love, you conscious?"
Feldorn just looks at her and says, "Begone!"
Deimos is just like, why? Why would you do that?
She says, "You all know you want a piece of this."
Heck no.
Feldorn looks at her like, "Please don't make me turn you into an undead."
Deimos is like, I can cure diseases, but I can't cure those diseases.
She gestures an arcane what do you call it? Motion, a somatic motion, and a mage hand just kind of materializes in front of her, and it flips to you guys, and it turns over and gives you both the bird, and she says, "Your loss," and she kind of starts walking away down a hallway.
Do we get experience from like not getting like terrible things happening to us? We should roll on like the epic loot table after that.
For real.
All right. So after a few more minutes, Kildrak kind of snaps out of it, and you walk in there and you see a completely exhausted Molter Bennot now wearing basically like a night robe and stuff. He says, "Ah, you've returned. Why, boy, so good to see you. Just, I apologize for uh, the wait.
Like, look. Let's not even talk about this. Just examine this damn dead body. Let us know what you know about these things turning into giant red lizards with gnarly
Corpse.
scales.
Just,
We'll be back later when you're done, because I don't want to see you right now.
wonderful, wonderful.
And Feldor
Just,
turns his back and walks out.
I need, of course, I need something to invigorate the mind after having the body being so invigorated. So, of course.
Damos look. Sorry, what'd you say?
You ever seen those little kids or those like comedy movies when they just don't want to hear you anymore and they stick their fingers in their ears and they start going la 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 la?
Yeah.
La. I'm
Yeah.
not listening. That's what Feldorn does as he walks away.
Come back anytime. Come back in a few days. I will be here, studying this most ferociously.
All right, Damos like looks by the door to see if there's any fancy vases or anything that could be somewhat expensive-ish.
Yeah, roll a d20. You see a picture frame.
I pick it up and I smash it. I said, "That's what you get for breaking my dwarf."
He says, "Oh, no matter. Was the ex-wife." And he kind of shoos you off, and he see from the corner of your eye, you see him pull out a couple of scalpels and that kind of stuff, and he starts just like, and he puts on some gloves and he starts just tearing into the body. Okay.
Ugh.
All right. Now what?
I was just gonna go try to pick up some more potions and go to that magic lady place.
Okay. So, Feldorn.
Feldorn goes to wash his eyes out.
Okay.
Actually,
There's
I
a fountain
cast
nearby, so.
I cast Greater Restoration on both of us.
Okay. All right. So Feldorn, you're still, your eyes are still shut. You really don't want to open them again. Kildrak kind of and Deimos kind of guide you over to a fountain area, and you go in there. And as you're washing your face off, and Deimos is casts Greater Restoration on both of you, and like your confidence kind of returns, and you manage to eventually open your eyes again.
We all sit in a circle and just cry for a little while, but
It's time to knock, please. We're never doing this again.
All right. So we'll jump over to Euphemia now. Euphemia, you are in Ospium.
Hmm?
Okay. So using your teleportation circle, you arrive in the palace somewhere right around here.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
And I have light, and I don't know if I have anyone else. Probably not.
I think it's just the two of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the guards, have them take the body and do someone.
Actually, I think Kildrak would have gone with her if he knew she was going back to Ospium.
Yeah, but I would have left him instantly.
Kildrak went with you. He's not here. He can't represent himself.
Well, didn't you guys just throw him in a thing? So
Yeah, he was part of that whole deal.
Oh yeah,
They
that's
can't,
right. Never
can't
mind.
undo that.
Cannot be.
Don't
I
I can't do it.
I just kind of thought about it when I realized, oh yeah, you're going back to where Kildrak's girlfriend is.
All right. Now you
But
guys
yeah,
have
I'm just getting. Sorry.
you guys have been sabotaging whenever he writes to the princess. I think Deimos, you're just drawing like.
oh yeah,
dicks
we're
all over it,
sabotaging
right?
the crap out of it.
Okay. I think I heard you say you're because he's doing it in Dwarvish when you're just drawing
Yeah,
penises everywhere.
I'm drawing like dicks, and anyone else here can speak or whatever Dwarvish.
No, none of you can speak Dwarven.
All right, well, I start like just randomly changing random things on it, so it just doesn't make sense. And I'm pretty much just like drawing inappropriate pictures, and yeah, just bad stuff.
I mean, you basically got your revenge for him dating your niece by throwing him in the room with the old man.
Mm-hmm.
Not
All right.
good enough.
All right. So Euphemia, what are you doing? You drop off the
But
body.
yeah, I'm just dropping off the body to the castle to have them put together a group to try to figure out what the hell happened to these elves.
Okay. As you do that,
I'll use my connection, plus get my niece into it.
yeah. So the princess is in the area, and you guys start conversing about it. She summons basically some men of science, and scholars and doctors and that kind of stuff, and they say, "Why, Auntie, this is quite the specimen. She says, I can't say I've seen something like this before. Certainly
I
not
don't think anyone has.
She says, this is no magic I am familiar with. We will do our best to discern what is going on here."
Okay.
Light is creating quite the spectacle. People are shocked. They're in awe, and he's soaking up all the adulation. Some people want to go up and touch his wings, and he's just like very proudly just strutting around, just flaring his wings every once in a while, giving puffs of like frost breath in the air, that kind of stuff. He says,
Oh, I'm gonna ask the military and my niece if they know if there's a cavalier saddle
Okay.
that I could use for lights.
1 second. As that's happening, part of the contingent that the princess had summoned was a representation from the military, and Light is there prancing around and bursting through one of the doors, and just walking through. Let me see this guy. And as he walks into the room, he and Light just kind of like make eye contact with each other, and there's like a pause. It's just like a moment of shock as they both stand there looking at each other, and mostly on the part of Owain the Brazen, as he's looking at Light. He says,
But why? This is not possible. This is...
What's a possible? I don't know what a possible is.
and he rushes over to where Light is, and he looks at it and he says,
I cannot believe my eyes. He is standing before me.
and he drops down to one knee, and he says,
A dragon. A dragon.
and see, they're both silver is the thing. He says,
A dragon of my own kin.
yes.
I never thought I would see the day.
And he stands back up, and Light is just there beaming in front of him, and he says,
Ah, kin. It is good to see thee. Perhaps the fates doth smile kindly upon us all, and dragonkind is destined for great things in the future.
and they both begin to talk to one another. All right.
So I'm gonna go up to him, the Dragonborn, and I'm gonna make my request for a saddle from him. I'm gonna tell him how I summoned Light into the world. Though I'm gonna leave the part that he was a tree. Leave that part out.
Okay.
Why, yes, of course. We are certainly accustomed to such things. However, it would take a little bit of time to fit it to a dragon. They are made, after all, for horses, of course.
Can't Euphemia just turn a few more trees into dragons?
Probably.
Yeah, why isn't Euphemia just making dragons?
Because I'm not that overpowered.
You're a dragon factory.
You do have true polymorph, right?
Yeah, that's how I made him.
Just like stock our keep full of dragons.
Young dragons. They're all young dragons.
That's fine. We didn't need them. I'm just joking. You're kind of funny though.
But if you guys want to do that, I mean, you can do it. It's once per day, and you won't have your 9th level spell slot. Okay, so they're gonna need a bit of time to shape it to Light, but he calls some of his leather workers, and they get Light's measurements, and they say, "Oh, this is easily done, sir." And they just need a little bit of time.
How
So
long?
probably a couple hours.
Okay. I'll wait for that.
All right. So a couple hours go by, and eventually they finish their project. You now have in your inventory a saddle of the Cavalier. Okay.
And as soon as possible. as they're ready to go, I'm going to head to the keep.
You know, this dragon reminds me a lot of a white dragon that players come across in Storm King's Thunder that has a saddle and a dead person tied to it.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. It was her master or something, like the wizard that...
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you head to the keep?
Yeah.
Alright, what do you do at the keep?
Mostly I'm just gonna check in basic stuff, make sure the place isn't burning down.
Okey-doke.
If anyone needs anything.
Alright, you arrive there, and Joram, I think that was your name of your butler, or your steward, or Jerem. They quickly arrive, and they're, I'm saying, "Ah, milady, 'tis been quite a while since we have seen you, we have been graced by your presence. I assure you that the keep is in good standing. We have had just little bits of mischief in the town, teenagers and the whatnot, but overall, fairly uneventful. The granaries are filling up quickly as the harvests are coming in. The renovations that you all ordered, you, of course, and your
How's the temple
companions have been mostly completed and are awaiting your inspection. Is there anything else that I might be able to do to serve you?"
As long as everything is going fine, that should be. I'm gonna take a look at the temple I have had under construction.
Okay, I must say that dwarf that you sent here to instruct our men at arms, he is quite the flamboyant one. He might need a talking to once in a while for his demeanor and his crude language.
I'll send Feldorn down here because that's his job.
Very well. Would be
Oh,
appreciated.
Feldorn has the perfect punishment for him now.
All right, so you look at the temple that they built underground, and it's exactly to your specifications. They followed your instructions to a T. And the placement of all the artifacts and the objects of worship, the censers, the altars, that kind of stuff has been well done. The craftsmanship, they brought in some very artistic craftsmen to shape the stone and to paint the murals and that kind of stuff. And the holy
Is
symbols.
there any money I can put down to increase like armaments and recruiting?
For the temple, your standing army, that kind of thing.
I'm talking about like the temple services.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
each priestess needs like, a magical weapon. That's usually a sword or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Magic armor.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Plus I want to get more people in.
All that stuff can certainly be purchased. How much are you willing to throw at it?
Oh, that's what I was asking. How much can I throw at it?
As much as you want.
Damn it. Okay, then I will throw... I'll basically just throw all my SP and my CP at it,
Okay. That's like 500
and I'll
gold.
keep the rest for
a
now.
little over 500 gold. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's not that much, is it?
No, it's not that much. That would buy
Uh,
basic armor, but nothing magical.
How much for like something magical?
Well, if you're looking to equip, to fully equip in like +1 weapons and even some fortified and magic armor, you're
Well,
looking at-
it's actually... I'm more worried about recruiting and then sending people out, because that's the point of a journey of a priestess. She's supposed to go out, join a group, do something heroic, and earn a sword or magic armor.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm more worried about training and recruitment
Okay. Yeah.
and good basic stuff. Really, the best basic stuff you can buy.
All right. So if you're looking to recruit that many people, I mean, it would the basic armor kit and everything like that would probably be in the order of a couple hundred gold per recruit and trainee that you're equipping. So if you wanted to try to lay down enough for about 10 of them, you're looking in the area of 2,000
So-
gold.
So I'll give them 1,000 GP, 5 8 SP and 1100 CP.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and just subtract that from your cash. Now you leave some instructions with your the ladies in attendant there, the acolytes, to continue the training process, and then eventually as the priestesses mature and they get ready for their journeys, to go out on their own and to earn their way.
Oh, and I want them to set up a room for light. Probably in the tallest building or the tallest area. Put a wide opening so you can fly in.
Okay. Yeah, probably in number 6, the south
And
tower.
a tower.
Yeah, the south tower would probably be it.
Yeah, I'll have them start constructing that for light.
Alright. They can do that.
And then I'll meet everyone else.
Okay. Back over to Feldor and Deimos. Anything else you guys wanted to take care of?
I was just gonna try to buy some more potion things and then some basic magic items to maybe hand out.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
Are there magic weapons that like don't really have +1s, or just pretty much have like some magic imbued with them? Like practice magic weapons?
Practice magic weapons.
Your best bet is just getting some. Your best bet is just getting some basic +1s.
Yeah, or like just pretty much anything. Just wondering how much it would be for like 3 or 4 +1 some sort of weapons.
Basic +1 weapons, you're looking in the area of like 1,000 gold each.
Okay.
Or you can have Killdrack just spend some downtime, because he can craft them. He can craft, one in maybe a couple days.
That's what he does, so he doesn't get thrown back in the old man's room.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think of something
It would take him a
to
couple days per.
just something to for maybe, because we're going to come across like 1 or 2 more guys that probably need something magic to help us.
I mean, we don't have the Lycans right now. We sent them all hiding, so it's just us.
Yeah.
And by the way, Nina, did she come with you or not? The cat.
I don't know. Did she?
It's up to you.
I don't know if she was she staying around with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Did
so she
you
came
know
with
what
you.
she
As
is?
soon as she teleported past, she reverted to her cat form.
Does she have cute little cat gauntlets?
Do the gauntlets change size with her that much? No, they're too big.
Alright. I'll
Well,
hold
they're
on to
magical
them.
items. Don't all magical armor resize with the person
Nope.
no matter what?
No.
Basic
Some of them
fitting,
do.
but it's like, yeah. These are too big for her.
Come on, it's cat. You do silly ass shit like transforming castles.
It took a god to do that,
Kitty
okay?
gauntlets. Come on.
It
Kitty
took
gauntlets.
freaking Mojin to do that. Alright.
Okay, well now we have to go see Modron. Make kitty gauntlets.
See, he could do that.
Feldor, is there anything you need?
Feldorn just wants to buy potions of healing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just do the same
And
thing.
Alright.
then I was talking to you about something. I don't know if you want to do that now or we can talk about it
We could
next
do it
time.
after the
Okay.
session. Yeah. Okay, so you guys are able to buy some potions. Let's see here. Magic items,
Do
potions
you
of
add
healing.
that cavalry saddle?
Yes, it's in your bag.
I don't see it. I see a regular saddle.
It should be normal. It should be.
It's probably not identified.
It's identified now. Saddle of the Cavalier.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
It
potions of
was
healing. Potions
unidentified.
of healing are 100 gold apiece, and you find that here they've been stocking up for a while. So you find that Caliota has 8 of them. Just
Which
basic
potions?
Potions of healing. Greater healing are 500 apiece. She has 4 of them, and she even has 2 superior healing for 5,000 gold apiece.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Nope. Feldorn will stick to not having potions then.
Wow, she said she had regular potions?
Yeah, she has 8 potions of healing for 100 gold.
How much are
apiece.
those going for?
100 apiece.
Sorry, how much?
100.
Okay. I'll buy those. I'll buy the 8.
Okay. Go ahead
I'm
and
assuming she doesn't have another no attunement thingy.
no, Euphemia just bought it. Her most recent one. It'll take her like another 6 months to create another one.
I asked her if she could, go out. Well, if she comes across any more of those fancy books, pretty much any type of them, to let us know, and we'll pay monies for information and stuff like that because it'll help our party.
She smiles. She says, "It seems that you and your companions are building quite the armory, the cache of power and weaponry."
Yeah,
That's exactly what I asked her
that's
last
pretty
time.
much our overlord DM who makes things difficult.
Yes. Well, being an adventurer myself back in my heyday, I know what it's like. Up against a wild and hard world. She says, "I will keep an eye out. I will look for
Sweet.
these weapons you seek for." And these
I asked her
tools.
if she has a modified fireball necklace thing, where it's just a real big, gigantic bead. I want a really cool piece of dynamite, pretty much.
She says. She says, "Perhaps I might be able to help you in this regard. For a small deposit, I can begin working on it. I do have the capabilities of custom enchantment."
Okay, how much?
Um,
Pretty much it's gonna be a wall buster thing. You never know when you get stuck in a bad situation.
okay. He says, "Put 5,000 gold down, and then she'll start working on it, and you can pick it up when she's done."
Alright, sounds good. I'll do that.
Feldorn, before Deimos does that, he slaps Deimos on the back and says, "Maybe you should ask for something to help you pray to Tempest better."
Yes, I want that. Stuff to make me pray to Tempest better.
What do you mean specifically?
I didn't want to say it. I'll say it out of character, but in character, I just would have said it that way. Seeing as
Okay.
he's not been praying really well to Tempest, but I was kind of telling him maybe get a necklace of prayer beads.
I don't even know what those do, but yeah, I'll buy those if she
Beads.
has them.
It's a really good item for clerics.
Each bead contains a spell that you can cast from it as a bonus action. Requires attunement.
Oh, okay, I know what these are.
Oh yeah, shit, it requires attunement.
You basically get free spell casts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, ask her if she has any of those.
She does have one. 5,000 gold, and you may have it.
I say, how about 4,200? Because Deimos likes evening out his money. Says, I'll even give you 697 copper pieces and 5,118 silver pieces.
She says, "You strike a hard bargain. But very well, you are good customers, and I enjoy
Woo!
seeing you here in my store." Okay. Alright, so I'm putting a necklace of prayer beads in your in your inventory.
Cuckoo.
Out of character, does the fireball necklace need attunement?
Nope.
Well, the one that you don't know about the one he's requesting. It's going to be a custom fireball.
I asked for a regular fireball necklace if she has
You
one.
asked for a regular one?
Yeah. And shit, being able to rip off beads and throw fireballs like a madman would be nice.
And yes, she does have them. They do not require attunement. 5,000 gold.
5,000?
Yes.
And then how much was that other thing?
The what? The attunement thing?
Yeah.
50,000 for that. But she doesn't have one. It'll be months before she has another one.
Feldorn wants to put a down payment on it.
Okay. So what are you doing?
And this is for Deimos, since Deimos let me use his other one.
Aww.
Alright, so I'm probably never gonna attune to this ever again, even though it's pretty cool. I'm going to drop the Cloak of Rushing Deaths
Mm-hmm.
on the counter for her
Mm-hmm.
and see how much she would take off for that.
She's very impressed by it. She thinks it's pretty wonderful. She's gonna give you 35,000 gold for it.
What are you
Okay.
giving her?
35,000 gold.
The Cloak of Rushing Depths.
Do you
Why
not
are you
use that
giving
anymore?
away?
I'm not using it anymore.
Well, maybe someone else could use it.
Hey, you're not with us.
Yeah, but we got like a whole party of people that might use it. I'm not talking about for me.
And then I would assume
Whatever.
2,000 platinum would cover the difference.
Yes,
maybe?
it would. Yeah, plus your Necklace of Fireball.
All right, so then I have 491 platinum left.
All right. Very good. Okay, so I think so Necklace of Fireball I'm putting in your inventory.
Does she have any guns?
No, there are no guns in this world.
Magic gun. Laser pistol.
There's only one magic gun in this whole world,
And somebody blew us up with it.
and you have been shot by it.
Gross. Yeah, that didn't feel good. What if we just like taped a bunch of magic missile wands to like a stick?
Like a Roman candle or something.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I'm good. I don't know if Euphemia wanted to go shopping here or whatever when she meets up with us.
I'm good.
All right. You guys meet back up together, and you guys all get your items, and you teleport away.
And I'm assuming we get a long rest, and it's been a day.
Yeah, you guys can spend the night in your mansion. That's fine. Okay. And the next morning you teleport away. So Elwin's gonna
Wow,
burn,
that's lame as shit.
Elwin's gonna burn his teleport spell. Next morning, gone. Okay. You guys reappear back at the place where Elwin last buried a dagger. So, right around here. As you re-arrive, Deimos, your cat, she's back in her pouch. She hops out onto the ground, and you see her kind of like in Willow, where she, the little creature just morphs up into the lady. She just she just assumes her hybrid form, and she smiles at you and she says, "Well, are we ready to go on our trip?"
Yeah, we could go talk to the Ancient One, and then I guess go back to the mages to see what they learned about the bodies.
And I throw her back her gauntlets.
She grabs them and she flexes in them. She says, and by this point she's attuned to them. She smiles. She says, "Fits like a glove." That's pretty funny. She got shadow gauntlets. All right.
You want me to roll for the beads, or do you want to roll for it?
You can roll for it. Nice roll.
Sweet.
Okay, so you guys, you're with Nina. You're in the upper portion of Sindalar right there. What do you want to do? Do you want to go try to find the lichens? Do you want to go find the ancient one? Do you want to? What do you want to do?
Well,
Were we doing the ancients first, or what were we doing?
yeah, we told the Lycans to go hide. Let's go talk to the Ancient One to find out what he knows about these guys.
Okay, you guys head off east into this mountain range, and this is a very, very large mountain range. Like, so what's on this map, and you can see how it stretches up to the border of the map. This mountain range does, and there's this large valley on the other side of this particular cleft. But the mountain ranges continue off east very, very far. They span the width of the continent. This is the largest mountain range on the continent, and you only have a corner of it here on the map. But as you journey off with Nina, heading through the forest, the countryside of Sindalar is changed with the disappearance of the elves, the entire nature and balance of the ecology. This is a very old nation with very deep magic and very old magic, and the elves have always been part of that, being a very magical race by nature, communing with the ecology, communing with the winds and with the forest. And now that connection is gone, because the elven people as a whole have either been destroyed or scattered. So the country something just feels off in the landscape in general. But you guys continue, and for the sake of brevity, you encounter things along the way. As you head off over the mountains and as you continue forward, you're traveling for days and days, and this stretches off on into a week and a half. 10, so you're 10 days, 12 days. And Nina's talking to you the whole time about the history of the people, about the history of the lycanthropes, and how you're heading into a very old part of the world. How back before the life spread across the continent, the birthing place of life in general was deep into this mountain range. How the Ancient One, he sleeps for hundreds of years at a time, and how he's woken up and he's popped up in different times in lycanthropic history. But how he was the only one remaining. There was originally 3 of them, but only he is remaining. And as you continue talking with her, you get his name. His name is Tyranno. Tyranno. As you continue moving along, you're deep off into off the map now. The just things change as the world gets older almost, and it's like walking backwards in history. You encounter some creatures and stuff that you hadn't really seen before, and they seem to be just in general be larger. Sometimes you have a few encounters. We have to ward off hostile creatures, hostile animals, that kind of stuff. But you guys being 18th level characters don't really have any problem. There's this one scenario where you encounter a hive, a colony of giant ants, larger than a person, each one of them, and they seem to have taken you on as a food source, and so they get aggressive with you, and you have to fight through them, and really you encounter the queen as she leads the army, and you had to defend yourselves off from them, but with the careful placement of large AoE spells. Elwyn actually calls down a meteor swarm to exterminate the entire colony because they are pretty aggressive, and you can see that they've been kind of like a blight and invasive species on this part of the land. So those are the kinds of things that happen along the way. And then after about 2 weeks have gone by, you make it to a very, very primordial area, and Nina kind of she stops and she says, "I've never been here before, but I know we are close. This is what I've heard of in stories. See there, the 3 mountain peaks, how they almost seem to align. And over there," she says, "that archway in the stone. These are all markers that we have been told about as children in the Lycan culture. This is the dwelling place of the Ancient One." If you have those totems that Mastorik gave you, now would be the time to remove them and to to hold them with you as we continue forward.
All right.
All right. As you guys are walking forward, you're continuing through this like it's fairly dry terrain. There's still mountains and large hills everywhere, and as you continue forward, you hear the sound of like scratching and scraping off in the distance, just a little. It's regular, it's rhythmic. It sounds almost as if someone's like scraping something in the stone or writing something in the stone or something like that. Nina presses forward. She says, "This is it. Here. I dare not continue further. The Ancient One is worshipped almost as a god amongst the lycanthropic kind. I would be it would be far too presumptive of me to approach him. But you hold the totems from Mastoric. You represent other deities. You can approach him." It's up. There's a narrow pathway heading up into like a cleft between two hills, and often there you see how it looks almost like a pathway. Heads into a small cave, and from the cave you hear this scraping on the ground.
Well, I guess that's where we gotta go.
Okay. As you continue up the hill, you see a large bird taking flight off from a distant peak, and it's deceptive because you think it's actually really close, but then as you realize what's going on, you just see a massive bird from far away, as opposed to a normal sized bird at close. Just just coursing, gliding through the area on majestic wings. And you're reminded this is a very old part of the world. As you turn the corner and you head into the cave, it takes your eyes a second to adjust to the light, and you see off in the corner of the cave, there's just very basic living conditions, and there's no furniture, there's no anything of the sort. You see like a rough wood indentation in the stone that could be used as like a fire pit area. You see a few crude implements that look like very, very old and very primitive tools. And off in the corner, you see this character etching on the ground with a piece of sharpened rock.
Uh-oh.
He's small. You figure he's, he looks like an ancient form of human, but he's too small. He's like about the size of a halfling, but he's not a halfling. Maybe some primitive ancestor or something like that, but you have no idea. This is a very, very small human, very wrinkled. His skin is dry and cracked with age. He says, you hear this kind of gravelly, crackly voice kind of carry through. And this would be in, let's see, what languages do we have here? What languages do you guys speak? This is... Can anyone read that?
Nope.
Negative.
Let me see here. I think that Elwyn
What is it?
is primordial.
Okay.
Nope, none of you speak primordial.
Uh-oh. Well,
So you
let's
hear that
figure something out.
you see this old man just up there, and you hear him jabbering at you, and it's a kind of a gravelly, kind of slowish speech. Doesn't sound very sophisticated. Sounds kind of elemental, but you're not quite sure what he's saying. And as he speaks at you, he there's a pause, and as if he's waiting for you to respond.
I
Don't we have
say,
like I think we have a spell that lets us understand people.
I don't know. Do you?
Maybe Elwyn does, or even Deimos.
This
I don't have it.
was
Learned.
Kildrak smart enough to take comprehend language as one of his spells?
I highly doubt it. Let me check what he has. He does not.
Does he have like a separate thing for his spell book?
No.
I say, how we doing in Celestial? Because that's an old language.
The old man is completely unresponsive, and you hear him jabbering off again.
I'm gonna ask Blight if he knows what the guy says.
As the dragon kind of enters, he just kind of looks at him, and he glances at Light, and then he just kind of looks back at the rest of you, completely unimpressed.
How long did it take us to get here?
A couple
About a
weeks
week or so?
to climb your way up into this corner of the world. A couple weeks.
I asked Tempest how to speak Primordial.
How do you always roll on these
Oh, shit.
freaking divine interventions? Oh my goodness. The sky split open, and a lightning bolt cracks down somewhere, and it curves into the cave entrance, and it smacks you in the head. And you fall over unconscious.
Man, 2 20s in a row and a divine intervention.
An hour
Feldorn
later,
just teabags him.
yeah, Feldorin starts teabagging you, but an hour later, when you wake up, you all of a sudden know how to speak Primordial. How to put it in your freaking character sheet.
Dang!
You son of a bitch.
Woo! I say hello with like a slight hangover headache.
He says. So understood by Deimos. There you go.
Yeah,
It says,
I can understand this guy. He says, "Who are you? Why have you come here?"
We want to find out what the red things are.
Yeah, we want to find out what those red things are. The red lycanthrope guys.
he says.
He says, "If you are of my kind, then you will have to proof to show me, else I'll be forced to consume you." I pull out that little totem thing I was given, and I hold it out.
Okay.
He says, "It seems that my people deem you trustworthy." And they say, "Yeah, and your people are in danger. There's these red lizard-like lycanthropes with demonic power or something that's killing all of them."
As you mentioned that his eyes just kind of narrow, and he slowly stands up, or he gets up to his knees, and you hear his joints creaking. And as you're looking at his skin and his hands, like there's barely any moisture left in his body. He's very, very old. And if you believe what Nina has been telling you along the way, He's millennia old, maybe even older than that, tens of thousands of years old, and he was one of the first lycanthropes to ever exist, and he from a time long, long past, from creatures long, went before his race and the animals that were around back then are non-existent even more in this world. And there were 3 of them at first, but the others have died from age, and he's only lived this long because his particular beast, his primal beast that he has assumed the essence of, was long living, and because of long tracks of hibernation. So he would go to sleep for 1,000 years and wake up again, that kind of thing. So,
Man, that must be good.
I ask him if he wants some divine energy to help fix up his body.
he raises his hand off and he glares at you. And he's basically, as I'll speak for him now. He says, "The gods will have no power over me. I come from a time when the gods were young." He says, "I want no part of them." He says, "But these red ones you'll speak of, nice." He says, "You know the scions and the spawn of Intrasil." And you guys recognize this as the name, the lycanthrope name for Inkamel. There, I'll take it there. He says, "Come, you all, sit," he says, "and hear the tale of Intrasil, the betrayer." Okay? And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Ah, sweet. Thanks for running it.
Okay, you're welcome. So so you guys are here with the Ancient One. He is a very, very old lycanthrope, and he's about to tell you the story of Inkamel, off in the oldest corner of the world.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks for playing, guys. Hope the rest of the crew can show up next week.
What are you gonna do about the archer, our archer friend?
Ashok? Oh no.
Yeah.
He hadn't been around for a while. I'll probably just keep his character around and let him jump in if and when he can ever come back. If it's too long, or if he gives me a confirmation that he can't play anymore, I'll turn his character into an NPC, and he'll just go along with you guys in the storyline and probably depart somewhere down the road. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I was thinking, do you want to like get someone else?
I don't know if someone else who wanted to play would. Well, they'd have to roll their own character, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll wait to see if Ashok wants to continue playing. I'll talk with him.
Well, that's if you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Because me and Deimos know somebody that would love to play.
Yeah. Who?
I think she emailed you. Her name was Gail.
Oh yeah. I played her before. She's pretty cool. She would do well. Yeah. Let me chat with Ashok. I'll try to get with him this weekend. If not, then I'll probably try to add her. She was on top of my waiting list anyway. So.
Yeah, she's a very nice person.
Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I'm not sure she'll be able to, because I think she has...
Oh, that new job, right?
Yeah, she has training
figure
and
it
shit
out.
for a job.
Mm.
I would ask her just in case, because I honestly don't know, but I know last time I asked her to play in a game, she said weekdays are really hard for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next week.
I'll see you
And
tomorrow,
then
sir.
tomorrow, yep.
Cool.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yep,
Thanks,
see you
guys.
guys.
See you. Thanks for running, Midas.
Yeah, it was awesome.
User disconnect.